where hearts unfold in the morning glow, stories untold. Let's play with words, a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's tap into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words, a masterpiece of art, where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line, in the tapestry of hearts let love shine. With every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts, where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheem Ajmi out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I got my brothers from another mother, but we got the same father on with us this morning. First on the line is Badger. Good morning, Badger. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Ready for this way out wacky conversation?
Way out
Especially since
Wednesday.
I like hitting
Yes,
the nuke button on things.
come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Blow it up. Make it explode. Make it explode. Tucson. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
I'm well. Good morning.
Uh-oh. Well, look at look at all that enthusiasm. Look at all that enthusiasm, everybody. Y'all got to appreciate that enthusiasm. That's enthusiasm right there. That, that watch this.
What time is it, man?
Huh?
What time is it?
It is right now it's showing me 7:22. 7:22, and way out Wednesday is what we're going to do. So I'm gonna start off with a question for you this morning. Badger, start off with you this morning.
Uh-huh.
In life and growing up and to where you are right now and in the future, what are and were your dreams?
What are and where?
Yes, your dreams.
I don't have a where thing.
Oh, you don't have you so it's not a you don't have a word thing. I don't understand it. What do you mean? You don't have a word thing?
My dream was to be was to do my best to be a servant.
Always,
Hmm.
even when you was a little boy.
Yeah, I just liked helping people.
Okay. So how are you going to support how you what means are you going to use to support your family?
I mean, even when I worked jobs, I was helping folks.
Okay, okay. What means are you going to use to support your family? You always want to be a servant, and that's a beautiful thing. Not saying anything against that. That's amazing. That's good. But what means are you going to use to support your family and your family needs?
Oh, Yahweh provides all that.
Okay, so you're gonna be like a bird and just sit in the nest and wait for something to fall into the nest.
I do volunteer work and all kinds of things. I go
Okay,
where Yahweh tells me to go. That's
okay,
part of being obedient.
Okay. Oh, that's beautiful, Badger. But you dancing, so I'm gonna go to Tucson because you're not answering my question. So stay right there, brother. Tucson, what are your dreams? What are or were your dreams?
Man, right here, can I tell you something crazy?
Yes, sir.
When I when I when I was coming up, I wanted to be an arsonist.
A who?
I wanted to set stuff on fire.
You want to be a what now?
Hey, really
I
did.
missed that. Say that one more time. I missed it.
I know you missed it. I wanted to be an arsonist.
An arsonist?
Yeah, you know the people that set stuff on fire.
Mm.
I was
Wow.
amazed with fire.
Wow.
It's crazy. You know, I'm a crazy already. You know, I'm special.
Come on. Talk about it. Talk about it. That's what we're doing. We're talking about it.
But I was amazed with setting things afire.
Mm-hmm.
I could burn something and you wouldn't even know it was burning.
Mm. Mm.
And then I set it afire and I time it to where it went into a blaze.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so it's kind of crazy, but you know, I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't want to be a lawyer. Definitely didn't want to be no preacher. Lord Jesus, I wanted to get out of my daddy's house just as quick as I possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a whole lot of preaching going on over there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
I got in school, man, and I didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to be a wide receiver. Because if I touch the ball, what is that? If I touch the ball,
Mm-hmm.
I could catch it. I was going to catch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I put my finger on the ball, I had it.
Mm-hmm.
And catch a ball, man, they would say that's just a contact ball.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But you know what happened right here?
Well, I know what happened, but go ahead, tell everybody. I know what happened. Hey, Brandon, mute your line for me, Brandon. I know what happened. Want to tell you what happened?
What happened?
That coach grabbed you by your collar.
Sure did. I don't know if I must have told you.
Yeah.
Because he got me around my collar. Man, my daddy don't grab me like that.
Yes, sir.
And it wasn't because he was a Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
It was because he wasn't my daddy.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I was good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I never had the enthusiasm. I couldn't see with the helmet on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I was pretty good on the street football for real.
Yeah, I got you.
So that was the end of my football career.
Mm-hmm.
The end of it.
Can I ask you a question?
I said I run track.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Do you think do you think you allowed him to steal your dream? Because if you were that good at football, maybe that could have been a future for you.
He ushered me into where I was going.
Mm-hmm.
He helped me.
Okay. Got you.
He helped me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know how, Rodney, you remember Rodney Milburn?
The name sound familiar? Yes.
Dice.
Mm-hmm.
Dice. They called him Dice. He was the Olympic champion in the 70s.
Yeah.
Hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
Because
no, exactly.
This is my grandmother's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when he was coaching for Southern University, he wanted me to go to Southern because I walked their tail down when I got there.
Mm. Wow.
It's not emotional, it's reminiscent. But
so are you saying you beat him?
I beat his team.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay.
No, he was the coach.
Oh yeah, okay.
Man,
I'm just listening.
Lying. You want me to start lying?
Today way out Wednesday, brother. I don't know. Ain't no telling what we might get.
No, because we was relatives, he wanted to coach me,
Okay, got you,
and I
got
didn't go to Kentucky
you. Okay, I'm with you now.
because we walked them joker down. But
hmm
anyway, um, it made me go into what I was good at.
hmm
Not great, but good enough to get me a 4 year ride to school.
Wow.
But I never had no I'm gonna raise a family type of
hmm
thought
hmm
when I was coming up. Man, a girl tell me, she said, I love. I said, it's all over.
hmm
She said, I know you. I said, it's it.
Yes. hmm
Call the phone and she said, man, speak to Donna. And if I answer the phone, I said, he dead.
Lord, Lord.
Go to somebody else, like, I ain't nothing but silly.
Let me go to Brandy. Brandy, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning? Brandy, unmute,
Good
Brandy.
morning.
There
Okay,
you
gotcha. Good morning.
good. There. Now, it sounds like you got me on speaker.
No, hold on. I just got my headset on, so it probably sounds a little distant.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, that's much better. I don't know what you just did, but
Okay.
that's much better. But
Okay.
Brandy, what are and good morning. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm good.
Good. Brandy, what are or were your dreams as you was growing up? What are or were your dreams?
Oh man, I used to want to be an astronaut. That was my thing.
Take it to the moon. Gonna take it to the
Yeah, I just wanted
moon.
to go to be an astronaut. I wanted to do things that were not your ordinary 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to do things extraordinary like that. Be an astronaut.
Okay. Now, that's a good dream as well. What curved that? Is it just life curved it, or you just lost interest in being an astronaut? What curved that dream?
Yeah, I think I just really lost interest in it. Over time, it started to become more realistic
Mm-hmm.
about what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just wanted to, then it changed to wanting to be a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And so from there, it just like, okay, I need to pick something more realistic because only maybe a certain percentage of the population can be astronauts.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. hmm That's I was talking to a friend of mine, a real good friend of mine. I was see can I get him on this morning if I can. He's probably out of the country knowing him. But he was talking. He came on once before, and he was talking about the NBA because
Hmm.
he worked with a lot of those guys, and he said
Hmm.
he tell the young guys when they coming up through the AAA, AAA, and all the high school and college and all that stuff. He said he tell them, he said, listen, you want to be an NBA star, you want to play in the NBA, but he said, you know how many people actually have an opportunity to play in the NBA? The numbers
Right.
the numbers are minimal. So have yourself a backup plan. He said always have a backup
Hmm.
plan just in case. He said, and he said, I'm not trying to discourage you, but I'm trying to be realistic with you. And what you said just
Right.
now was realistic because there's X amount of people that can actually go into that field and work and live in that field. So you saw realistically that I may need to do something different, and I compliment that. I really do.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
it is.
talk to me.
Yeah, it is. You do get, like I say, you do get a more realistic expectation out of life. Like I say, as you get older, and it doesn't mean that you can't still follow your dreams and things you want to do. Sometimes it just looks a little bit differently. Like for example, too, like okay, astronaut was my very, very childhood dream. But then as I started progressing in the middle age childhood, once I started seeing the world like 8, to 15, I was like, okay, I want to be a nurse.
hmm
And then I
hmm
actually did pursue those dreams. I did go to nursing school. I did it. But then sometimes life will hit you and then you fail. And then most people don't continue on with what they wanted to dream, what they dreamed of, what they wanted to be. But
hmm
then maybe sometimes their purpose and what they wanted to do comes out in another way. Like for
hmm
me, it went into entrepreneurship. So I was like,
Yes.
okay, I figured I can't help people this way, but maybe I could help people this way. It
hmm
just looks a little bit differently.
That's good. That's
Hmm.
good. That's good. And life happens, and life tells you the honest truth. A lot of times, life
Yes.
tells the honest truth, and in that truth, sometimes people could accept it, and sometimes they cannot. But the ones that are going to be successful and that are successful are the ones that accept the truth that life give them.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And you have to be adaptable to that, because
Yeah.
like I said, nothing goes in a straight line. Everybody has a plan. But what
Hmm.
they say, laugh and tell God your plans, because
Yeah.
he's definitely gonna mix it up for you, remix it
Exactly.
in some more.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
it's just up to you to figure out
Hmm.
what your purpose is in that. And you should really be just living off of your purpose,
Yeah.
what you feel like your purpose is. And that could come out, like I said, in many ways. If it's to help people, maybe it looks like that. If it's to, you know, I don't know,
Mhm.
I don't know, whatever it is, it just looks differently for everybody.
Exactly. And I'm not even gonna tell y'all what my dream was, what I wanted to be growing up.
Well,
I'm not even gonna tell y'all what it was, but it was very weird. And it was
Come
very,
on, Raheem.
very, very weird. No,
yeah,
I would
tell
not.
it.
No.
I would not. Because it was weird, man. And I really I wanted to do it. I was going to do it. And
Hmm.
hmm, okay, this way out Wednesday, let's talk. Um when I was younger, 6, 7, 8 years old, people used to ask me what you want to be when you grow up. What you gonna be? I told them I want to be a hitman. I want to be a hitman. They said what?
That was
I,
worse
I said, yeah. You want to? I want to be an arsonist, but I said I wanted to be a hitman. I said I ain't gonna have no family, ain't gonna have no wife and no kids, because I ain't gonna have nothing. I had thought this thing out, man. I wanted to be a hitman. I wanted to travel around the world in the shadows, get my assignment, boop boop boop, go get my money, go about my business.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's and I was like, man, when I started growing up and getting older, I was like, man, that's crazy.
than
A hit? What you mean a hit, man? You talking about you want to? And then I started asking myself, what you talking about? You want to kill people? And truth of the matter, yeah. Hey, y'all ask, I'm gonna tell you. And so that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a hitman. I really did. Growing up 6, 7, 8 years old. Um, then like I said, God stepped in. God stepped in, man, and now I'm not trying to. Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. Just coming to me right now. I'm not to the point where I'm trying to kill people. I'm trying to save people. Ain't that something?
what you
I'm trying to
said.
now instead of instead of being a young man, being a young boy, if you will, wanting to be a hit man. Now as a man, I grew into, instead of wanting to kill people, Tucson, wanting to save them. I want to save people's lives, man. I want to give them an
Yeah,
eternity that's gonna last forever, man. And when I say I want to, I certainly can't do it in and of myself, but I can show I could turn them on to somebody that can. I could turn them over to somebody that can, and make
yes, sir.
I can make the introduction. Talk to me, Tucson. Badger, coming to you next.
Hey, well, you know what, Raheem? You ain't that amazing how
Mm-hmm.
you said that? And I'm still fascinated with fire.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
you get what I'm saying,
Exactly. Come on, come on. Yes, sir. Come on. Talk about it.
you know, Holy Ghost fire.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Some
Okay.
people,
And I'm
some
not just talking.
some people
I'm
didn't
not
get
just
that,
talking.
Tucson. Some people didn't get that though, but I got it. Go ahead.
I'm fascinated with it.
Mm-hmm.
I like to start fires.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I still like to start fires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Get into a conversation and I don't know, but I like to try to spark up something.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw something out there. It'll start in a little spark. Before you know it, and it's not me. We get together, and before you know it, it's up in the blaze. Can I say something right here?
Say it. Say it.
It's not necessarily at anything, but
Mm-hmm.
it's way out where it's at.
Yeah.
Don't grow up too fast. Can I
Mm-hmm.
say something? Can I say something? It's makes sense.
Man, say it. Man, if
Even in our aim to live a godly life.
mm-hmm.
Somebody want to contradict what I'm saying, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But some people try to grow up spiritually too fast,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they run out of wind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Slow
Yeah.
down.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just if
Go ahead.
that you don't mind me talking to you for a minute.
Talking to me?
I'm talking at you, talking to you. Slow
Sure.
down. Don't worry about making everything spiritual. It ain't. It's not. And that's not just you. That's not just, and I'm not saying it is you.
Mm-hmm.
But some people try to make sure that everything they say is about God and spirituality. You're going to make people sick.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to avoid you like the plague.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody's that spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we think we are. But you're going to run out of wind. You're going to get tired of you because you can't keep it up. You can't keep it with God. You can't house everything that God has for us to offer. Otherwise, we would leave here. Slow down. Slow down. This ain't no sprint. It's a marathon. And when the scripture says the race is not given to the swift, why people try to outrun each other? Or the battle to the strong, or the bread to the wise. That's not how it works. Pace yourself. The devil, look, and I don't give credit to the enemy because he ain't got no power. But he'll fool you into thinking you're the best thing God ever made. The devil is a lie. No, you ain't.
Mm-hmm.
We all running this race. We're all trying to make it. We all got some faults and we all got some failures. Ain't nothing wrong with every once in a while. Let your faults don't keep yourself unspotted from the world. But in order to help somebody, you gotta let somebody know you ain't got it all together.
Mm-hmm.
I like starting fires right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But sometimes we be spiritual and we quit. When we walk in the door, we want the Holy Ghost to ignite, and it don't work like that. It ain't all about you.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
ain't. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be a race car driver, right? Really, because I was fascinated with speed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Come on.
But
Come
you know
on.
what the thing about speed? You got to slow down in the curve.
You better. You better. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
there's the curves in life. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got that out. I feel better.
Okay. Okay. Good deal. And Gabrielle, I see you over there. Gabrielle, call in, sis. Call in. We're waiting on you. We're waiting on you this morning. And Wanda, good morning. Wanda, you know you could definitely call in as well. Everybody could call in. We want everybody to call in. I want to know what your dreams were. What are your dreams and what were your dreams? I told you my crazy dream that I had, but God took it, took that what I wanted and flipped it, if you will, and say, no, you're not gonna kill people. No, 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 you're not gonna give them the end. You're going to save them. I'm going to use you to save them. And gave me a platform like this where we speaking to the world right now. We're speaking to the world. We're not just speaking to people on the internet. We're speaking to people all over the world. People go to the televisions in their houses, in the SU, wherever they at, and they turn on the televisions. And we right there beside all your major networks. And we speaking to everybody. We speaking to the entire man. We got people come on here every day from different parts of this country and other countries. And they speak to us because we're speaking to them. Hopefully, they're finding some kind of love in what we're saying to them. Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to introduce them not to us. Not to us. It has nothing to do with us. And hopefully, y'all may find this weird, but hopefully they don't even remember us. It's not important that they remember who we are. We're just servants working for our Father. And like I said in the morning, we got the same Father. Regardless of what name you call him. Regardless of what name you call him. You can call him whatever name you want to call him. That's a personal thing. I'm not here to say what you have to call him. You don't have to call him what I call him. But you are calling the same Father. You are calling the same Father because there's only but one. There's only one. There's one. Whatever you call him, you can still call him on the same one. The one that created us all. created everything. Open your eyes and look around. Everything that you see, look at you, touch yourself. He created you. He made you. And he made you perfectly the way that he wanted you. So you sit there, you say, well, I don't like this about myself. I don't like that about myself. You don't have to. Because in God, you're made perfect. Because he made you the way that he wanted you to be. So don't worry about what people say about, and see, I don't know why I'm going down this road. I'm speaking to somebody, but don't worry about what you look or how you look or who you don't look like or who you think might look better than you. They're no better than you. They're made the way God wanted them to be. Just as you are made the way that God wants you to be. So you're beautiful in his eyes. Don't worry about man's eyes. If you worry about what man see and what's in men's eyes or man's eyes, however you want to say that, if you're worried about that, then you're concentrating on the minor. You're concentrating too much on the minor. You need to concentrate on the major. And God is the one that matters. And he made you the way that he wants you. And when he look upon you, he look upon perfection because he did it. Because he did it. Tucson, I know we got a lot of people on here, man, but somehow I'm led back to you, brother. I don't know why, but what's going on? What's on your heart, brother?
I was on the prayer line this morning. Men across the country, we meet at 5 in the morning for prayer. And on Wednesday they have a lesson, Bible lesson. And one of the guys, he lives in the Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm.
He gave a lesson on a book his sister-in-law gave him before she passed.
Mm-hmm.
His brother was an amazing guy, a deacon in Omaha, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And after his lesson, he let everybody know. He says, I'm not, as saved as other folks. And, I got some errors and, I'm just trying to do the best I can and this and that and the other. And I told him, I said, man, I ain't no saved in you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on.
We all trying to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we have to do something different.
Yes, sir.
To let everybody know the door open wide for you, whoever you are.
Yes, sir.
The simple thing is, it says, if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God is raising from the dead, salvation. That's in our walk. But even if you don't believe, if you're not call yourself a Christian or whatever, God loves all of us. And he's not this father that has a respect of persons. We love one more than the other. He made the ultimate sacrifice for every one of us because every one of you are unique in your own way.
Come on,
ain't nobody like you.
Come on.
Talking about ain't nobody like God, ain't nobody like you. And he designed it that way. So that simply, if we got enough sense, we'll work together and we can all get in.
Exactly. Come on.
Hell ain't made for us. That's for the devil and his angels.
Say it.
For their disobedience. We talk about the sins that we live in our life right here. But you know Christ died for that? Because you couldn't do it?
Come on.
I can't do it. I'm glad. I'm so glad that he got the victory over death, hell, and the grave. Because I sure enough ain't gonna make it. So he does that for us because we couldn't. We tried everything from the Adam to closing out with what is that guy named? All of us.
Yes.
We couldn't do it. But he did it for us. You know what our biggest problem is? Treating each other. How we treat each other.
Come on. Come on.
That's the problem.
That's yes.
How we conduct ourselves with each other. We got this Cain spirit, and I'm not talking about killing, that tongue,
Mm-hmm.
that thing in your mouth,
Yes.
that
Yes.
unruly evil
Mm-hmm.
that has the power of speaking life and death, blessings and curses. And the Bible said that shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. And Tucson, you said something real powerful, brother. He did that for all of us, each and every one of us, regardless of what we look like or don't look like, regardless of what our situation is. He did it for us. If Tucson, if someone would die for you, die for your cause, for you, for your situation or whatever, if somebody would do that, don't it make sense that you should live for them too? Live for the person that died for you?
Yeah. But hey,
Mm-hmm.
suppose, I'm just supposing, okay?
Uh-oh, way out wins the support.
Suppose,
Yeah.
suppose
Mm-hmm.
he has a walk that does not fit my road.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean is, suppose there are people that are better Muslims than they would be Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose.
Yeah.
And he has a path of righteousness for them. Just suppose.
Okay.
The disciples said, them people ain't walking with us.
Mm-hmm.
We ought to send down fire from heaven and burn them up. And I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
He said, but if they ain't for it, they're not against us, they must be for us.
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
gotta stop.
And see,
We gotta stop.
and that's why I say, regardless of how you practice, regardless of what name you call him, there's only one God. There's one God. Regardless of if you call him this, you call him that, and I'm not gonna say the name, but you call him this, or whatever you call him. That you still we talking about the same. And see that's very apparent when we say our Father which art in heaven. Our Father which art in heaven. Now, our Father, if you're Christian, our Father. If you're Jew, our Father. If you're Muslim, our Father. Our Father. Or whatever umbrella you fall up under, our Father. If we're in a rainstorm and we stand up under the umbrella, we stand up under the same umbrella. We got each one of us got a different way of practicing, but it's raining outside. It's a storm. We stand up on the umbrella. We get up under the umbrella to keep ourselves dry from the rain. That's our umbrella that's covering us. That's our umbrella that's covering us from the storm. When you talk about God, it's our Father that's protecting us from the storm. Our Father, regardless of what name you call him. See, and people tell me that I'm wrong for thinking that way, and I might be, but I'm more into inclusive than division, inclusiveness than the division. I'm gonna love you regardless of what name you call him. I'm still gonna love you. You're still my brother. You're still my sister, regardless of what name you call him, because you're serving him, our Father. Christopher, good morning, sir. How are you doing this morning?
I am excellent, Raheem. How are you?
Hey, doing good. This is Way Out Wednesday, brother. You ready?
I'm listening.
And see what we're talking about right now. We started one place, but now we are and on Wednesday. We all over the place. So people that's listening for the first time, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we try to stick to the topic. But on Wednesdays, we let our hair down. Hair down.
Right.
Anyway, Christopher, regardless of what a person looks like, a person might say, well, a person might think they're ugly. A person might think they're ugly in man's eyes, but in God's eyes, they're made perfectly the way that he wants them to be. So they're beautiful in God's eyes. What do you say to that?
Absolutely. Absolutely, because man looks at the outward appearance.
Yes.
Man looks at the outward appearance,
Mm-hmm.
but God looks at the heart.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, exactly.
God looks at the heart. And when he looks at us, he sees what he intended when he made us.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he made man fearfully and wonderfully made, because the image,
Mm-hmm.
the right image is himself.
Come on.
But we can't miss the reality that sin has taken us out of that image
Mm-hmm.
and now made us a reflection of something outside of him. It doesn't matter what that thing is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? Man is into the world of imagery because he was created in the image of.
Mm-hmm.
So the devil can take $1 billion and put it in front of you. That becomes your image. But he can also take $1 and put it in front of you. And if you don't know who you are, that $1 will be speaking to you so badly, it will be who you are.
Yes. Yes.
So the images that we ascribe to ourselves. So you go to Harvard, now they see you as a Harvard graduate, you study medicine, that's who you are. But in God's intent and purpose for man, he made us in his image.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be careful. I hear you, but I want to be very careful
Mm-hmm.
that there is one God, and he's the father of all spirits.
Yes.
He's the creator of the spirit of man.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But the reality that man's spirit has gone haywire and gone wild. People in my village have taken an iguana
Mm-hmm.
and put it in front of them and
Mhm.
say, "This iguana is our God,"
Mhm.
and they
You
worship
said
him.
you said something right
And
there. You said something right there, brother, and I appreciate where you went with it. But let me ask you this, brother. God gives us free will, and they have the freedom if they want to worship an iguana. And I'm not speaking about what I'm not speaking about how they do it or the people of your church. I'm not speaking about that. I'm just speaking about the situation. But my thing is they have the right to do that. But at the end of the day,
right,
my thing is I'm twofold. This one is this free
right.
will. Free will. God gives us free will, and that free will could be a blessing or it could be a curse upon us that we have free will, because they have the right to do that if they want to. But at the end of the day,
But
at the
okay,
end, where's the
can I
blessing?
interject?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, my interjection is this: when God gave us a will, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did he just, in his own intent for our will, right?
Yes.
In his own intent, our purpose for our will, was it to embrace him?
Mm-hmm.
Now we have choice to say, what I choose is him.
Yes.
In a world of so many images,
Mm-hmm.
I choose him.
Yes.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus had a free will, right?
Yes.
But he said one thing that's so powerful. He recognizes, he says, not my will.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Not mine, not
Yes.
mine, but
Absolutely.
yours.
Absolutely.
So I have a will to choose your will.
Mm-hmm.
So just like we're talking yesterday about that manual, right?
Yes.
There's a guy that says, you know what? I'm gonna put this stuff together myself. Who needs the manual?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it together myself. I'm gonna put my life together myself. And there's seemingly some people that have on the outside look like they put their life together and they've been exalted to a position where we look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at Bill Gates, look at Elon Musk, look at LeBron James, you know? These are the people that seemingly have, by their own strength and power, put their life together. But none of us know what's really going on behind closed doors,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So,
Yes.
I'm saying the instrument of my will, the instrument of will, the instrument of being able to choose was given to me
Mm-hmm.
so I can choose him.
Yes. Yes. Truth.
So that's
Truth.
when
Truth.
I'm using the tool correctly. I'm
Yeah.
using the tool. Every tool has a right use.
Mhm.
So if I'm given will to choose him, when I take that will and choose something else,
Mm-hmm.
I'm abusing my will.
Yes. Yes. That's
I'm
true.
abusing my will. So will abuse happens every day.
Mm-hmm. And see, and that takes me right back to why I say they have the right, if they so choose to do so, to worship an iguana, but iguana don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. And so
Right?
I'm just
And Iguana didn't die for them either, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Iguana wants to take your life. Iguana didn't die for you. So that's critical
Yeah.
in this message that
Mhm.
that not only the Bible says, for good men one will dare to die. For
Yes.
good men, like
Mhm.
this, I could put my life. He's the president. I'm going to throw my life to stop the bullet from shooting him.
Mm-hmm.
But who will
Exactly.
do that for a bomb on the street?
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. I
Exactly.
think the key to the gospel of Jesus Christ is that among most professions and confessions and religions of the world, there's one that stands out in that it offers forgiveness to man.
Mm-hmm.
This revelation of Christ that God has given to us sometimes we take it because we want something. Sometimes we take it so lightly.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at all the other faiths, you pay for what you do.
Yes.
You
Yes.
pay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a brother. I call him a brother. He has no ounce of forgiveness. He prays more than you and I does. But when you do something to him, he's out to get you. He
Mm.
wants you to pay for it.
Wow. Wow.
He wants you to pay for it. He
Mm-hmm.
can't even think about forgiving you. It's like, my God is going to get you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that, we talked yesterday, there's that dimension of the Old Testament where it's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth
Mm-hmm.
before God was able to reveal his very intent for man, which was himself.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
uh,
Absolutely.
to me that's the crux of the matter. That's what
Mm-hmm.
really makes a difference in me. That's why I don't shift,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I know man is looking for forgiveness and
Mm-hmm.
God has given it to us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Badger, talk to me. Brandy, coming to you next, sis.
Mm. Well, what would you like me to answer?
Well,
First question or
wait,
what?
way out Wednesday, brother. Just talk to me. What's on your heart?
Well,
Way out Wednesday.
I liked a lot of what Christopher was saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm so used to having folks talk to me like Donald does. I just find that stuff funny at this point.
Like Donald does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um. When I was little, I didn't really. Most of y'all know my life. I didn't really have quite an understanding of a whole bunch of things.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I was introduced to was Yeshua,
Okay.
and watching how other people treated other human beings. My dream became I wanted to be Yeshua.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know any better at the time. I was a kid.
Yes.
As I grew up, I've had to learn that nobody is Yeshua. You are you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's been pretty much my life. I've turned from it and came back and all kinds of stuff through trials and tribulations. So for me, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Very used to people walking off and all kinds of stuff. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I need to. I'm gonna change the way I do things
Yeah.
because I'm where I'm at due to the things that Yahweh has shown me
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and the privileges and the honor I've gotten to sit with so many different teachers,
Mm-hmm.
um, though and older folks that uh, uh, man, it's such an honor.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know any better than anybody else. Matter of fact, I still struggle with even being considered equal to others because I have a bad problem about thinking I'm less than everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
which is something I'm constantly working on. So it's just interesting to hear because I always do my best to make sure the glory of Yahweh is spoken
Mm-hmm.
the way people respond to it. Um, and for me, Yahweh helped me learn how to live with my autism. Yahweh
Mm-hmm.
allows me to walk,
Mm-hmm.
even though doctors say I shouldn't be able to. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm a very spiritual person, and like to include Yahweh in everything. And if that bothers you, then I guess you don't have to talk to me.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You know,
Wow.
um, but that's one of the things I've learned through my life of being considered an outcast for so long
Mm-hmm.
is I'm always going to do my best to accept you for where you are. And if you're not willing to do the same, that's on you, not on me.
Okay.
As
Okay.
long as I show kindness and compassion, as Yeshua taught me, then that's what I'm going to do my best to focus on. So for me, with always working hard to make sure my walk matches what I speak, I acknowledge it's not an easy road at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ridicule, there's a lot of judgment, there's all kinds of stuff. And the most interesting part of it all is sometimes folks' perceptions of those that work hard to walk a good road get a lot of bias thrown at them.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Badger, can I say something?
of course.
Um, and you correct me if I could be hearing totally wrong. I could be hearing totally wrong. But is there a sprinkling of hurt in what you're saying right now?
It's
Or
hard
you know,
not to.
I,
It's not. It's hard to.
go ahead.
I'm not. I don't know anyone that's invincible.
And and maybe it's something. Let me say it in this way. Maybe it's something that you've grown accustomed to, or become a little immune to, because you said it has happened all your life. But that does not mean that there's not a smidgen or a topping of hurt there. So is there some hurt there in what you're saying, brother?
Oh yeah, that's why I constantly pray and thank Yahweh to help me help guide me through it, so it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
control me.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
sometimes I trip up and I let it control me and I go silent and I stop talking,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
and that's not being true. So
Mhm.
it's something that I'm always working through.
Okay. Because I could hear it. I could hear, and like I say, it just came across me that there is some hurt there. So, brother, my thing is, who we got
Well,
here?
it's
Hold on, Badger, hold on, Badger.
mhm.
Christopher, I need you to do something for me. Christopher, you there?
I'm here, sir.
Pray for Badger right now. Pray for Badger. Will you do that for me? He's our brother too. Pray
If
for
he wants
Badger.
me to, if
I'm
he wants me to,
he does.
I'll say one thing, Badger. I love your focus on Yahweh and Christ.
Mm-hmm.
The reality that everything that has happened to us, and we all have stories.
Mm-hmm.
I do see a separation between you and the events that have shaped your life. When I hear you, I hear one that has come out of it. The manifestation of the true self that God has given to you is present. I hear you speak in Him and from Him. We have an enemy that's called the accuser of the brethren that
Mm-hmm.
always reminds us of our failures or what somebody did to us. That's his job. And those imaginations, like you said, we have the authority to pull it down. So
Mm-hmm.
if I can pray,
Hey, hold
I'll
on.
pray that everything that the enemy had planned and purpose for destruction, that God will use it to bring a manifestation of the greater purpose that He has for your life. Can I pray that, Badger?
Badger, can he pray for you?
I thought you already was.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Christopher.
No, I needed your permission to do it, but that was like a preamble to what I'm going to pray.
Go ahead,
Is that all
Christopher.
right? Okay, Father, I thank you for Badger. I know you see him as you created him, and I thank you that every event through his life timeline here on earth that have come to try to shape him into something other than who you created him to be. God, we take authority. We take authority over those thoughts and imagination, those actions. We take the authority and the power of the blood of Jesus. We release those that have hurt him, that have spoken contrary to your purpose in his life. And today we are aligned with what you said about Badger before time began. Before he was in his mother's womb, you called him, ordained him, and purposed him as a voice in this generation. God, I thank you that even through autism, you still raised him as a voice. And I thank you that that reality is not even heard when we hear him. We hear you. God, just use this man for your glory in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Badger, you okay, brother?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very rare that I'm not.
Well, we're not trying to talk to nobody that's invincible. I'm asking you, are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's okay. Badger,
Um,
go ahead.
thank you for that, Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
It's but like he said, it's just a reminder. You know, we're all walking this path, doing our best to walk side by side in the body of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And there are going to be those that have more of an understanding and less of an understanding. However, we also need to make sure that we don't come from a place of pride and ego of thinking that we are above
Mm-hmm.
as much as less than, like the struggle I have.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Good deal. Tucson, what's on your heart? Annie from Mississippi, coming to you next, Annie. So hold on now, don't you go nowhere. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
Sometimes it's better to keep quiet.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Well, stay right there, brother. I'm gonna come to you in a little bit, seeking out disrupt some of that quietness you're talking about. Because we're gonna talk about some more stuff. So hold on, don't you go nowhere. Annie from Mississippi. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, great morning, God morning to everybody.
Now, Annie, we talk. This is Way Out Wednesday. We talking about a lot of different things. You know how we let our hair down on Wednesday. We let our hair down, just let it flow. But we're talking right now about of people that sometimes think that they're, like Badger said, less than, not as pretty or as handsome as other people. But we're talking about God. And see, that's how they see themselves through man's eyes. But through God's eyes, we're saying that they're perfectly made because God created them the way that He wanted them. Maybe their lips are a little bigger, or they got bigger ears, or whatever. They got the forehead stick out like a 5-piece. But that's okay because you are the way that God wanted you. You are made and created the way that He wanted you. So He look at you as being perfection because like Christopher said, people, man, look at the outer appearance, but God look at the heart. And in God, you're perfect. You're perfectly made. And speak on that.
Yeah, I think children, I think it starts when you're a child, when you're in school, and how other children begin to speak and judge you.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that pours into you, that seed is planted in your mind. And it's hard to get past that seed, even after graduation, Raheem.
Mm-hmm.
You carry that seed into life, into the real world with you. And you remember in the back of your mind what the child said to you in the 5th grade, and another child said to you in the 6th grade, and just keep on getting stronger and stronger. So that mindset, it can go into adulthood with you. I just thank God for transformation. I thank God that, because I think, first of all, I think many of us went through that. I know many of us was bullied in school based on something that may be a little different than the other children. But I thank God that once we have that encounter with the Lord, Raheem, God begins to enlighten us. He begins to show us who we are. He show us who we are. He show us who He is in our life. And we are not what the world called us. Because many times we go, like I said, we go out into adulthood, and we think because our one leg may be a little bit longer than the other, and the children may give you a name in school, and we go into adulthood being called by that name.
Yes.
But once you have that encounter with the Lord, God changes your name, and God gives you a new way of looking, and a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing things. So you no longer is being have to answer to what the people in the world called you, what the children in elementary school have labeled you as. Even your family may have labeled you as something other than who you really are. But once you have that transformation, that encounter with the Lord, and you begin to read your word every day, and God will transform your mind. He'll transform your thinking. He will show you who you are, and you can appreciate being who God called you to be. But that comes from that encounter. Because you will always answer to what the world called you until you have that encounter. Remember, I'm a recovering drug addict.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to answer to what the world called me
Yes.
before I had that encounter with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I would answer to that. I would answer to those things because that's what they labeled me as.
Yes.
But once I had that encounter, I'm no longer even, be having to answer to that or being called that. So now, frankly, I don't care what the world called me right now
Come on.
because that's my old life.
Yes.
I know who I am.
Come on.
So because I call you a dog right now, that doesn't mean you've got a bark.
Exactly.
So
Come
call
on.
me what you want to call me. I knew who I were in the world, but I know who I am now.
Mhm.
And when you know who you are now, it don't matter what the world call you.
Yeah.
It don't matter what the world see, how the world sees you. As long as you see what God sees and what God says about you.
Mm-hmm. Amen. That's good. Brandy, talk to me. Rico, coming to you next, brother.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, talk to me, sis. What's on your heart? Wait.
Nothing, just yeah.
Way out Wednesday. Let's talk about it. People think that they're not as attractive as other people because of whatever reasons, and because they're looking at themselves through man's eyes. But God said that you're wonderfully and incredibly built, the way that I wanted you to be. And so, in that, you're beautiful. You're absolutely beautiful, regardless of what man might say or tell you or pick at you in school. Definitely coming up in school, children could be very brutal with the way that they do certain things, and they could plant a seed in you at a young age. You could carry that seed for the rest of your life, die with that seed still growing in you, thinking that you're ugly or you're less attractive. But in God, go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Yeah. I can relate a lot to this. Just because I was one of those kids that was bullied in school for my looks.
Mm-hmm.
And it did kind of carry on over into my adulthood. But what it did was make me a little bit more stronger and confident because I was used to being picked at. But then at the same time, like, we're entering this era now where everyone is just so aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like, you have to look a certain way. You have to, especially with women, you got to have long hair or, a fit body or, just a lot of society puts a lot of emphasis on the way that you should look like people don't have normal bodies, you know what I mean? And I've always kind of went against that grain because, like I said, we're all humans. God made us all in his image.
Yes.
And everybody is different. And the world would be boring, in my opinion, if everyone was looking the same,
Yes.
But I think sometimes just being human, still that's sometimes some things that I've had to struggle with, even in adulthood, like I say, because it does carry on.
Yes. It does.
From when you were a child. So you might be a little bit more meticulous about, like, let's just say if you were, you had big lips or something like that. Some women might go do lip reduction or so, they might do certain things to make you feel better about yourself. Now, I will say this as a 46-year-old woman, hey, do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? If it's to go get your body done or go get, Botox or whatever you feel like to keep your youth look, I'm not against those things, but do it for you though. Don't do it for the acceptance of other people or for the acceptance of society, because society really doesn't know what it wants.
Exactly. It flip-flop, man, like a fish out of water. It flip-flop just like that. It could be this one day, then the next day, that trend ain't in no more. And so you why you got that on? Why it was a trend yesterday, and you wake up today, it's gone.
Exactly.
Exactly. Why you got that BBL? We don't do that. We like the skinny women.
Yeah, and like I said, it changes. Like I went through that phase of like thinking that I wanted a BBL, for one moment, and then it was like, but what kind of attention am I asking for with this intent of wanting that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So now like I said, getting older, I just want to be healthy. So that looks more like working out. Who cares what size your butt is, or what I'm saying, or whatever, stuff like that. So it just matters about, like you said, how you feel about yourself. You need to be doing it for you, not the acceptance of other people.
Exactly. Rico, talk to me, brother. We're talking about people right now. We're talking about people that think that they're not so attractive, and even it starts in school with the young kids. They plant a seed, and they speak. Some people carry that seed their whole life, thinking that they're less attractive and blah blah blah, whatever it is, and that's something that holds them back and not let them to excel to who God created them to be. And so what they're doing, they're looking at the world through God, through their eyes and not through God's eyes, because in God's eyes, you're beautifully made, because you're made, Rico, the way that he wanted you to be created. He made you just the way he wanted you. What do you say to that, Rico? Talk to me, brother. And good morning. How you doing this morning?
Man, I can't complain about it getting it in, man. I'm gonna go in my own direction on this one because y'all already started going in the direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say that there's nothing worse than being in denial when you have a guilty conscience or you are self-conscious.
Mm-hmm.
So we went in the direction of, you know what I'm saying, women doing things to make them feel good for themselves, don't, do it for you. But see, for some reason, I guess in this modern times, I mean, we got to think about the time we're in. Some people hate to admit that they're flawed, or they hate for people to see that they're flawed. So they'll be in denial. And we live in a time now where when you could have a man tell a woman, numerous men tell a woman, look, them BBLs don't look good.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like that. They don't even move. The things that we like about that body type, it ain't even naturally don't move the same. And y'all getting a little extreme with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's getting to a point where it seems like that's all y'all like. Y'all don't like the good women. You get the good women and cheat on us with them.
Mm-hmm.
No, we telling y'all that ain't what we like. Go ahead and admit that you are self-conscious.
Mm-hmm.
But that's hard for a lot of people to do. I mean, that's really truly, that is a big debate right now. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen different videos where guys will come up and ask men what they thought about the BBL, and the men will be like, thumbs down.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ask the women, do men like BBL? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why we get it. No, y'all getting to compete with each other. I hear a few women every now and then say that. And I listen to Badger talk every day. I can tell that Badger is either dealing with somebody that's continuing to show him bias, and he's having that struggle because he says it's an everyday struggle. We hear it every day. It's an everyday struggle.
Mm-hmm.
We hear about his struggle and his focus on that walk and that journey. But somewhere, too, Badger going to have to stop beating himself up for the things that he's doing and just go ahead and be. He has to be the one that accepts that he's not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If you are feeling bad because you can't quit smoking, and you find ways to try to justify smoking and saying that smoking or tobacco is good for you, but deep down inside, man, I know I need to quit. Just say you need to quit.
Mm-hmm.
And you struggle with that. And that ain't even for us to accept. That's for you to accept. Mm-hmm. Whatever the struggle is, I'm just throwing something out there.
Yeah.
Because, this is a consistent thing. So I'm reading in between the lines. That's what you have to do when you are observing or listening. You can't listen just to be entertained or to spectate. You got to listen to understand. So I'm listening to Badger every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, regardless of what the topic is, it's going to go back to that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, somewhere either people are treating him differently or making him feel less than or whatever, and he's seeking acceptance, or somewhere deep down inside, he still ain't doing the right things himself. And that's the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And we are all a work in progress. So it can be tough on you, man, when you know deep down inside your own secret battles. Nobody else knows these battles. Nobody else knows these struggles.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you're trying to make sure you put on the right face and you bring up around a good energy, you don't be a burden to anybody, that you're an asset to anybody. Deep down inside, it's killing you that you can't put down this sugar. It's killing you that you won't start exercising, but you need to exercise because you can barely walk to the front porch without breathing hard. But you're a couch potato, you hooked. And so you're kicking yourself in the butt, but man,
mm-hmm.
you don't know how to deal with it.
Exactly.
So I think I hear that a lot. You know, when the sister said that a second ago about what she dealt with when she was bullying, being bullied in school about looks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't only what they were doing, but it was what she felt about herself.
Mm-hmm.
Self-confidence is something serious, man.
It is.
But I think the more you are more accountable, the more you are, you can hold yourself accountable and not be in denial. Your confidence will get stronger because it helps you to address those better. When you say, you know what, this is me.
Yeah.
I'm being weak.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ain't no excuse.
Yeah. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. The phone lines are open. We're talking. This is Way Out Wednesday. And we got a lot going on this morning. And I want you to be a part of it. 508-924-3521. Talking about people that sometimes they look at themselves as being less than, not as attractive as, or whatever this is. Somebody got some background noise going on. Mutual line. Somebody got some background noise going on. Mutual line from everybody. Okay, good deal. But my thing is this right here. None of you are less than, regardless of how you see yourselves or how people has planted those seeds in you and you've allowed them to grow in your life. You're not less than. You are not less than. You are not. You are made perfect in his eyes, the eyes that matter. Man gonna tell you what they want to tell. Like I say, man flip-flop like fish out of water. One day you're beautiful, the next day you're the thing up under his shoe, his or her shoe. So you can't put any confidence in man, what man say. You put your faith in God and what God says, and he says you're wonderfully built, perfectly built, the way that he wanted you to be. Cassandra Alexander Green, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, what do you say about what we're talking about? Because a lot of people fall victim to what man says. And Tucson, coming to you next.
Yeah.
And go ahead, sis. Talk to me.
No, I was saying, yeah. I mean, because I grew up with no self-esteem because of things that were said to me. You know, I never felt, you know, like I was attractive. I mean, and I mean, let's just be honest. Yes, we are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, but there are people that when they see you, and so if it's 20 people and 19 people are like, boy, she don't look too hot. You know, that's going to wear on you after a while, especially with kids, because kids are brutal.
Absolutely.
Kids are absolutely brutal. They will say things that will make you, I mean, we can see it because we see kids, you know, committing suicide or whatever. My thing is, I don't like seeing, especially women, because men, I'm not a man, I don't want to be a man, but men seem not to have the same type of reflection about themselves than women do. I've never heard a man say, I need to build up my butt, you know, to get more attention.
Yeah.
I've never, you know, heard a man say, I'm going to get my eyes, you know, my whatever, my lips plucked up so this woman might look at me.
No.
That's something that women have had to deal with forever. And, you know, some of us get to the place where we like or love ourselves, and some people never do, believe it or not. Some of the most confident women that I've ever, most beautiful women that I've ever been around. I mean, every man to see them take that look, that second look or whatever, and they tell me, I feel ugly. I feel horrible. I don't love myself like I should. So I don't really know how to put it, but unfortunately, women seem to go through that type of thing. And okay, I'm gonna go this and then I'm done. When the woman went through where God said that their desire would be to please men, even though Jesus came, he said, I came not to destroy the law, but to fulfill it. There is still that desire in women to have a man's attention, to please
they're made. Hopefully, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But we got to realize that these things are real to
Exactly.
them.
Exactly. And they are. They really are. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
It ain't nothing like being comfortable in your own skin without doing or saying anything to get a reaction. I just talk. Sometimes I say something. It might offend somebody. Sometimes it may not. It may uplift them. That'd be their choice. That's not mine. That's their choice. We can only plant or water. We can't give no increase. And sometimes we run into situations where our intentions are misguided. And you have to, when that happens, you have to move out the way.
Yeah.
And let somebody else come, because there's a bunch of planters and waterers. You're not the only one. You know what, Mahim? For instance, the last assignment that I had, they didn't want that. Saw the vision, saw what could be helpful, still doing it. But where I went to, they didn't want that. So the mission's still there, but not with them.
Yeah.
Ain't stopped, ain't moved, ain't slowed down, nothing. So in our journey to help each other, because we all in this together, and perhaps if somebody along the way, your intentions are a little drifted a little bit, we have an avenue to shake dust off of our feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. We still pray for people that they get what possibly the aim is. But if you can't do it,
yes,
somebody else gonna come along. It's okay. Just like
Come
I
on.
said before,
Absolutely.
it's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Come on, say it.
There was Joseph. Joseph was told by his dad, and I'm paraphrasing, to go check on your brothers. And he was looking for his brothers and never heard from this guy, but one time they called him a certain man. And he asked Joseph, what you looking for?
Yes.
Paraphrasing, still. And he said, I'm looking for my brothers. And all he did was pointed him in the right direction. Ain't heard from him no more. That was his assignment. That's it. Sometimes we do too much. Sometimes we want to do too much. Sometimes all God wants you to do is point somebody that has a purpose in the right direction. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have no problem getting out of the way because it ain't about me.
Exactly. Exactly. Good
It's
deal.
about him.
Let me go to Dr. Cook. Dr. Cook, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning? My microphone acted up. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. How's everyone?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Good to have you, sis. We're talking about people think that they're unattractive or they think that they're less than because of what people has told them from elementary school all the way up, and they planted them seeds back then and they carry it for the rest of their lives. But I'm here to tell you, and we're here talking about this morning, that you are perfect in God. In God's eyes, you're wonderfully and perfectly built because he said so. Because he said so. He created you the way that he wanted you. So why do people get so caught up on what man says?
Well, growing up as a young child, you really don't know much about who you are because you don't know much about who God is.
Yeah.
Now, once that has been taught to you, all of those other things around you are going to happen because you haven't learned. And so I went through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was less of an individual. I wasn't cute enough. I wasn't pretty enough because of what I heard around in the environment, in my community. And people love to put a lot of negativity out there instead of a lot of positivity.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw that same thing in my children. And so I had to pull my children to the side and let them know. I used to tell them every day, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful.
Yes.
Don't let anyone tell you that you're not. And so one of my daughters, which is the oldest one, you met her,
Yes.
she had a friend that used to basically tell her that she was ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to tell her, that is not a friend. When a friend tells you that you're ugly, and she said, "Oh, we were just playing." No, that's not a plaything.
No.
We don't allow friends to play like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I used to tell her that sometimes when people do things like that, they are jealous of you. They see something in you that they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, other people see the potential in you that you don't see. And so, therefore, they will say anything to break your spirit
Yes.
at all times
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want you to be who you were made to be. And that's a beautiful queen or a beautiful king.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I have to say right here.
Exactly. Good deal. Good deal. Christopher, talk to me, sir.
Hey, Raheem. I think our focus this morning is on identity.
Mhm.
Identity is critical.
Yes.
Critical. I've been in this country for 35 years. Identity is critical. And one of the first things I learned is my identity cannot be steeped on my nationality or my outward appearance. I had to learn that. And after ministering, I think I shared this story. I preached. I've seen myself as a preacher. Primarily, my identity has been a preacher.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I see myself. So preaching is so critical to who I am. And I worked for a church. After I came back from mission field, I worked for a church. And I used to do the Sunday night services. And for some reason, there was a shift.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things that were there to me was being taken from me. So my preaching assignment was stripped to a bare minimum. And I started feeling like nothing, literally nothing. I remember this day I was standing, and we have this program at the church where we put up lights, for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
So I was putting up lights. I was putting up these lights and lighting up these trees. I think I must have been in my 50s, early 50s back then. And I started reflecting on my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not preaching. I'm here putting up lights. I felt absolutely like nothing. And that thing eats deep in me because it's like you were taking my life away from me when I this assignment to preach wasn't there. And hey, people say you can go out and preach to everybody anywhere, and that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to stop preaching because the pulpit wasn't present, but that thing had been my life. And I was reading Exodus chapter 3.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading Exodus chapter 3, and in that's when Moses had an encounter with God.
Yes.
And he asked God a question: when I come to your people, who am I going to say sent me? What is it? What is his name?
Mm-hmm.
And God said, I am. He said, tell them that I am sent you.
Yes, absolutely.
Then he went on to say, tell them that I am
yes.
sent you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Raheem,
yes.
I was going to go to the next verse, but something exploded in my spirit. The Holy Spirit said, go back and read that again.
Mm-hmm.
I read it, but this time he was telling me, he said, the God who said he's I am, he's the I am
mm-hmm.
that I am.
Come on.
He's the I am that I am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I could have almost jumped out of my skin because till today, when I say that, I say it with a different and it's like a revelation of that reality has hit my spirit.
Yes.
That you could call me black, because if I step in a room with you, I'm the blackest thing that's there. I don't think that you've ever seen a black man like you've seen me. I'm dark as dark.
Lord.
I'm dark as dark can be. You know, I'm the epitome of what a black man is like. You know, it's like I'm black. I'm
Yes.
black, and I have an accent to add to that. You know, but I awaken to my true identity. Raheem, all that we're saying today, whether it's the women, whether it's the men, is just a cry to awaken to who I really am. Because once I awake to who I really am, it don't matter what you call me.
Exactly.
It really don't matter what you call me. It don't matter what you say about me, because I know who I am. And it's because our children don't know who they are. And I'm gonna be quick about this. One of the most diabolical questions that we ask our children is, what are you gonna be when you grow up?
Yes. Yes.
You put that weight on a child to determine who they are when they're a child. And as a child, they've chosen something outside of themselves to be who they want to be.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm telling you, when I awoke to my true identity, and I'm telling you, I've lived in a big house. I've lived in a hut. I've driven a nice car. I've driven a Pinto, you know,
yes,
the one that you almost like put together. I have found I have found out that my identity was set in God. And I'm learning every day, Raheem. We're talking about learning. I'm learning every day my true identity.
Yes, sir.
I don't just want to know it in my mind, but I want it to be my experience. I want it to be what people hear when they hear me. I don't want you to leave, oh, that's the African preacher. No, I don't want that to be what you hear when you hear me. That's that man from Africa. That's not what I want to be. That's not what I want you to hear when you hear us.
Yes. Come on.
We want you to hear him that created us. Our identity is from him.
Absolutely.
Whether it's Raheem, whether it's Dr. Cook, whether it's Badger, Tucson, Rico, every one of us that I don't know you personally, but all I know is your voice. And that is the most critical you there is, your voice.
Yes.
When our voices become a reflection of him, we are unstoppable.
That's good.
We're
That's
unstoppable.
Good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cassandra, talk to me. Brandy, coming to you next.
Cassandra,
you there? Do I have her on?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, talk.
What's the brother's name? Chris?
Chris, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, what he said is correct, because it took a lot of pain and work, because sometimes we have to work at finding and understanding who we are. And it's not about, I'm like him. I've lived in the big houses, and then I've been homeless. I've had 2-3 cars sitting in my yard, and then I've had no car. Yes. I've been on walking. So, and I had to realize that none of those things defined who I was, because I remember an experience I had. I think I was maybe 13. I was very depressed. I was taking antidepressants at 13, and I was walking down the street heading to a clinic appointment. And we had to take our bottled medication at the time. Whatever we were taking, we had to take it to the doctor. And I had the medication in my hand, and I was walking to the clinic, and I heard, throw the pills in the drain. And I was like, okay, now I know I'm really losing my mind. And I kept walking, and I heard it. I was like, okay, you done lost it now for real. And I kept walking, and then I heard again, throw those pills down the drain. And for some reason, it wasn't no God contact, because I really didn't know God, period, back then.
Yeah.
And so I took the pills and I threw them down the drain. And the voice said, now, you never will take and antidepressants again in your life.
Wow.
Ever. And it was like, wait a minute. And then the voice said, you are loved. If nobody else ever tells you that, you are loved.
Yes.
And I felt, I was 13, but from that day, I always felt like if my family didn't love me, if my friends, it didn't matter, because whoever that was talking to me,
yes,
they loved me, and they told me that I was loved. And that's all I needed to hear. So, you know, I want us to remember, because people can pretend like everything is everything. Listen, we all go through times sometimes where we don't feel like we're, you know, what we need to be. Now, if you never go through that, God bless you. And I need you to tell me where you never feel like, wow, things are not going good. I'm not feeling good about myself right now. Good. I'm happy for you. But there are those of us, because I've been in ministry almost 40 years now. There are times when things are really going hard for me. Well, I'm like, God, what is happening? I know this is not who I am, you know, but like I said, some of us, we got it together. We don't feel that way, but I'm just honest about me. I felt that way even after all of the years, all of the work I do. It does not matter. Sometimes that feeling will come over you.
Yes, absolutely.
And you have to check it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's good. That's good. Brandy, talk to me, sis.
I'm here.
Okay. Talk to me. What's on your heart?
I'm just observing what everybody's saying. I'm not really I'm just listening to what everybody's saying right now.
Okay. Well, this is what we're about to do. Anybody have anything they want to say on this topic as well? Anybody else have anything else they want to say on this topic before we move on to the next one?
Yeah, I heard a couple of questions that were asked. The main one is, why do we conform to the things about image, what man says? And you know, this is what I realized. It's inevitable for your spirit and your conscience to be affected by your value system. Now, was it Chris? Chris said something key about how important our voices are, because that's all he knows us by.
Yes.
At one point in time, when we were in our parents, in our mom's womb, all we knew her about was her vibration. That was our first sign of consciousness, is hearing that vibration, because your ears ain't even formed.
Yes.
But after a while, your ears start forming, and then you start hearing sounds. That's your first wow. You're going to value that. Your brain desires that, man. Where's this sound coming from? And then all of a sudden you come into this world, and you not only do you realize who that sound is, but some of the other sounds. And then you open your eyes. Pow! Another wow moment. Ain't God great? Some people might be able to recall some of these things. Some can't. I think those people that can, because they're more still in tune with their natural value system. I'm getting more in tune with my natural value system. I never did get too far away from it. I'm getting back to it, because I realized that I've been compromised and I conformed to a value system that man created. And it's hard for me to it's hard for anybody to keep their spirit right when you have to live up to the standards of whatever value system you consume, indulge, believe in, value, whatever that is. Whoever designed it, they put some standards out there. And if you want it bad enough, black man, the American dream, you got to conform. Why won't Tyler Perry make a movie about Thurgood Marshall, Marcus Garvey? Oh, he know better. He know, but I thought he was powerful and he had authority and he was successful. The billionaire, bling, 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 you know, airplanes in the runways. I mean, man, he's the biggest mansion in Georgia. Come on, man. He can't make a movie about Mansa Musa. Mega Evers?
No.
Somebody, I thought he had power. But see, you have to conform to the creators of a value system standards.
As billionaire
yourself,
Kanye,
why do we conform to these standards? Go ahead.
As billionaire Kanye about that power. One day he was bragging about being a billionaire.
And so many more. We keep on learning. We keep on learning. We keep on learning. And some people understand. That's the reason why they continue to maintain their success in that type of value system. But that's the way we're built. So we've been compromised because we conform to different value systems that man created, whether it was on the job, whether it was gangs, whether it was in fraternities, whether it was on police department. You know, some of these police departments, they were just as bad as the gangs.
Yeah. Wow.
White supremacy, revolutionaries, you name it, even debauchery or in good and bad, the value system that you embrace and that you consume is going to inevitably influence your spirit or your conscience. So you got to always try your best to stay in order with God and what's natural. It becomes a lot easier when you start realizing just how important the small things are, just like the vibrations of your mother's voice.
Exactly. Anybody else have anything else they want to say real quickly?
Can I say this real quickly?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm not defending Tyler Perry, but of course I've worked on all of his shows, and one thing I can tell you, Rico, he's done several movies about Black people that historical Black people. The latest one he did was about the Army Corps of women, Black women that served during World War II. So he's done several others. They're not as popular because, you know, everybody knows him for, you know, his funny stuff, but he has done multiple over the years stories about Black people and the history of those people, whether it was a jazz person, whether it was military people, and he does a beautiful job at it. So I just want to say, because I myself, I absolutely love the work that he does, and I love working for him. So I just wanted to put that out to you.
Good deal. Badger, you wanted to say something?
Right.
Oh, somebody else. Who was that?
Let Christopher go, and then I'll go.
Who was that?
K with an E.
Oh, K with an E. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Fine, and you are?
Hey, doing well. Talk to me.
I just wanted to know what was the question about Tyler Perry.
He was saying that Tyler Perry does not do historically Black movies about historically Black I say heroes. I call them heroes or sheroes.
And I did say a lot of males. I didn't say no females. That was intentional.
Wow. Okay. Badger, go ahead.
No, on the question that got a phone call.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna move on. Let me go. Before we move on, I want to do a couple of commercial spots, if y'all will. If y'all don't mind me doing so. And we're gonna start off with Brandy. Brandy, you got something real special going on right now. What you got going on?
Yeah, just want to tell everybody I'm kind of doing a little bit of help with people that do have equity in their homes, that are looking for extra money to make investments. And so we're trying to do quick, fast refinances where we can cash you out in 7 days. But we do have a lot of resources as far as like business investments and things like that you can invest in that will bring you a quick return. So if you're interested in trying to pull the equity out of your home, if it's a lot or it's a little, we can definitely help you, especially if you're in the Georgia or Florida area.
Good deal. So all of you people out there that's looking for some money, she's giving you a way to get to that money. You know, you're trying to figure out how we're going to do this, how we're going to navigate, how we're going to find. We got these ideas that we want to do. We got these things that we want to. We got these visions that we want to fulfill. How can I get to the money? Because it's going to take money to do it. How can I do it? What do we have to do? She's giving you a alley. She's giving you a vehicle to get to where you're trying to get to.
Yeah, there's some opportunities already that's out here that's already making money to invest in. So it's not like you have to start a business from scratch, which I see a lot of people doing right now, especially with a lot of layoffs and things like that that's happening right now. People are trying to start businesses and investments and things like that. And sometimes it could take a while for business to pick up, especially if you're trying to supplement an income. Exactly. So this is a very quick way to try to get a return within 30 to 60 days so that you don't lose any ground and so that you're able to pay that mortgage off. So if you are interested in and you have equity in your home, you're trying to refinance, or even if you're trying to do purchase in Georgia or Florida, I would love to talk to you. You just have to go to my website. It's the Stand store, stand.store backslash yeah, the Credit Collective. I'll have to put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. And once you put it in the chat, I actually put it on the screen so everybody can see it. So yeah, add that to the chat and I'll put it over for everybody to see. Okay, that's the first part. Second part, now y'all work hard every day. Y'all work hard, man. You go home and you say, I wish we had something real nice and exciting that we could do. Something real nice and exciting that we could do. I have something for you. I have, as a matter of fact, you and your loved one, not just you by yourself, you and your loved one. I hope y'all still love each other. And if you do, come out to Promises. Promises is an adult prom. It's going to be Saturday on September the 20th. I'm going to put it on the screen, listen to it, and then we're going to come back and change the topic. So everybody hold on. We're going to change the topic on our return.
Remember that magical night you always dreamed of? What if you could relive prom, but make it everything you ever wanted? Welcome to Promises, an adult prom, where grown and sexy meet under the stars.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Picture yourself stepping onto a red carpet, dressed to impress. The anticipation builds as you enter a world of glamour and excitement, dazzling lights, enchanting music, and a room full of lovebirds. This isn't just any party. This is a celebration of love and connection. Savor exquisite cuisine that will tantalize your taste buds. Sip on signature cocktails crafted just for this special night. Dance the night away with your special someone.
It's like a fairy tale, but better.
Feel the energy of the crowd, the joy of shared moments. Capture memories in our elegant photo booths. Laugh, dance, and fall in love all over again. This is your chance to create the prom night you've always imagined. A perfect blend of nostalgia and new beginnings. Create memories that will last a lifetime. This is your chance to rewrite your prom story. Promises, where elegance meets romance. Join us for a night you'll never forget. September 20th, 7 p.m., 1224, Constitution RDSE, Atlanta. Don't miss out. Reserve your tickets now. Space is limited, and this exclusive event will sell out. Visit our website to secure your spot at this magical celebration. Promises, an adult prom, where promises become memories. Get ready for a night of grown-up magic. Your perfect prom night awaits. Promises, rewrite your prom story.
Prom story. Promises, rewrite your prom story. Okay. And if you're in and around the Atlanta, Georgia area, it's going to actually be in Atlanta. And so make sure you make yourself available. Come on out. Have a great time with us. You and your loved one. Don't come by yourself. Bring your loved one with you. Bring your loved one. Y'all come on. Let's celebrate love. How about that? Now, here's the information that we spoke of earlier. This is the website. Let me put it up on the screen here. Get this out my way. Okay, there we go. That is the website. For each and every one of you, if you need some help or assistance in finding the resources that you need, go to the website. Go to the website and let her help you. All right. Anybody else have anything real quickly? We're about to change the topic. We're about to change the topic, and this is what we're going to talk about. Let me pull this up real quickly. This is something that happened, I guess, a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I know you all know about it. You all have heard about it in Florida, where the man at the traffic stop, where the police officer burst out the man's window, punched him, and all kind of different things. I'm going to play the clip for you. And this is courtesy of, I think this is ABC News. I'm going to play the clip, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about where we are right now, and what we need to do to make sure that we safeguard ourselves and our community and our families. All right. So let me play that for you. Here it is right here. Give me 1 second to get it pulled up. Okay, there we go. And let's take a look and a listen to this video. Very disturbing indeed.
You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason?
Step out now.
All right.
Get on the ground.
No, don't.
Get on the ground.
Stop fighting! Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't like violence. Well, this happened back last February.
Wow. Wow. He's in the car. He's not a threat. They say, show me your hands. He put both his hands up. He's asking for a supervisor. What is the reason? Why did you stop me? They're trying to give him some kind of reasons why they stopped him. But to take it to that level, he said, show me. He said, can I speak to your supervisor? And the guy that he was talking on the opposite side of the car said, go ahead. Gave the go ahead. He said, go ahead. And the officer started punching the window. Side with his side. Punching the window. Knocked the. My mic is going in and out, y'all. Knocked the window out. And when he knocked the window out, he punched the guy in the face. Punch him in the face. Reach in, open the door, take off his seatbelt. Pulled him out of his car. Pulled him out of the car. And then they started wrestling with him, take him to the ground, slam him to the ground. And they do the little proto, the little proto thing that they always say, don't stop resisting, stop resisting. That's just for the camera. That's verbiage for the camera. Stop resisting. How can he be resistant when you have 4 or 5 different officers with him slammed to the ground? What type of resistance is he doing? And he's still asking why? Why? For what reason? Leonard, what did you see and what you hear in that whole? First, let's tell me what you saw and what you heard. And Leonard, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Okay. Good morning, Raheem and the Morning Glow family. It's pretty much the same thing as police are far too aggressive and they do not practice de-escalation the way they should.
Mm-hmm.
I think that part of the tape.
Were they out of order?
I'm not sure because I haven't heard the whole tape or what happened prior to when the part of that video was made. So we're not sure what happened before. I never would automatically jump to any conclusion, but there seems to be a problem. And the police are not trying to de-escalate the situation.
Mm-hmm.
They're escalating it.
Yes.
They're trying to create a more hostile environment, which is what they are trained not to do.
Mm-hmm.
You should never be the one to create the hostility if you're a law enforcement officer.
Is it against the law, or did he commit the crime in asking for a supervisor? Because he simply asked him for a supervisor. He said, "Can you get a supervisor out here?" And the guy said, "Okay, go ahead." Is that against the law to do so?
It's not against the law at all. But it's not a matter of law at that point. He's just asking a question. He can ask him whatever question he wants. Now, whether or not asking is in his best interest is another question.
Yeah. Wow.
So without seeing the beginning, I don't make a whole bunch of decisions about, what should be done, who was right, who was wrong, or what have you. They handled the situation to me a little bit far too aggressive.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. From what I saw, and I can only go by what I saw. I was not there, and like I said, I don't know pre or what happened after. But from what I saw, him leaning to the side and talking to the guy that's on the passenger side and simply asking him a question. First, can I speak to a supervisor? And they, where your hands? He lifted whatever they told him to do. He did it. They said, "Let me see your hands." He lifted his hands up. He said, "They're right here." Even to the point where, when the guy gave the go ahead to smash the window, the guy busted the window, and the guy the guy, he just sat in the car. He didn't do anything. He didn't try to fight back. He just sat there. They bust out his window, punched him in the face. And when they punched him in the face, he was asking for what? Why are you doing it? For what reason? For what reason are you doing this? Give me some clarity as to why you're doing this to me. They reach into the car, open the door, pulls it open, take off his seatbelt, and jerks him out of the car. And he's still asking, for what reason? For what reason? That's what I saw. And I can only go by what I saw, what the video showed me. But with that being understood, I understand you said that they were overly aggressive, and they were. What was he to do?
Well, for some reason, there obviously was an issue with compliance in the beginning. But we didn't get to see that part. Is this a regular traffic stop?
From what the news reporter said, from what the news reporter said, it was just a regular traffic stop.
Like I say, you know, it depends on the entire situation. Did you see? You didn't have a view of everything that was going on in the car? You're not sure if the license plates had been ran. You're not sure if this person is connected to another crime that may have occurred or anything of that nature.
And all of that is true. But why couldn't they just tell him? Why, when he asked him the question, why couldn't they tell him? You have a warrant.
Well, right.
You have a warrant. You have a warrant. Yes. Yes.
Did you just pull this video up?
Yes.
Okay. It's a lot you missed, and he did all that. You probably should have dug a little bit more. There are 2 more videos, and one that the boy even shared. That's what got everything started, was the one that the boy shared, and that one is even more in depth because you can actually see the punch. So
I saw the punch.
Man, he did all that, but go ahead.
Yeah. I like I said, time restraint. You know, I just had to play the one that I had at that particular time. But they showed the punch. The punch was there. The guy punched him in the face. After he busted one, he punched him in the face.
I'm talking about that stuff that Leonard was talking about. The reason why he pulled him over, they showed all that too. The cop even explained it.
Okay.
Why he pulled him over and everything. So
what did he say? Give me some clarity. What did he say?
Well, I'll let Leonard finish, and then I'll just give more detail when you come to me.
Okay. Go ahead, Leonard.
Like I said before, there's probably some additional issues with this traffic stop. There's no reason why a police officer just pulls you over, jumps out, and busts your window out. I doubt if that's how it happened.
Yeah, there's no I doubt the fact that a police would hold their knee on the back of somebody's neck 9 minutes until they die. That just don't happen.
I don't doubt any of that at all.
I doubt the fact that a police would take a man that's selling cigarettes on outside of the store and maul him till he dies. And that just doesn't happen.
So
I doubt
what does that have to do?
I doubt the fact. No, I'm just giving you different situations where it does happen, and it has happened over and over and over again. Now we can't. I want to have this conversation, but at the same time, we can't hide behind certain things. Yes, this happens, and there's a whole history of it happening, of police doing different things for so many different reasons that they're not supposed to do, and victimizing people. They're supposed to serve and protect, and they're not doing that. They're not doing that. It will never happen that they would shoot a man in the car with his family and kill him. You know, police officers would not do that. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. These police officers are drunk on authority, man. Not all of them. You got some great police officers, and I applaud the ones that's doing the right thing. I applaud. I love you. Thank you. We need you. We need you. But there's the other side of the coin, man, where some of these police officers are drunk on authority and they do things they have no business doing. None whatsoever. And so I can't sit here and just let that fly by. No, I'm not going to do that. And I'm surprised that you being who you are, I'm surprised you let it slide by, because you fight cases like this every day. So you know that this stuff does happen. Go ahead.
I don't know how you got there.
No, I'm just saying, I'm listening to what you said, brother. Go ahead.
Well, I was talking about this particular clip that you played.
Mm-hmm. And what I was doing was showing. I was just showing you different things because you said it don't happen. Police officers don't do that. And I'm just simply giving you examples. Yes, you did.
I did not say that.
Okay, what'd you say?
I said I doubt that the police just pulled up, jumped out, and punched this guy's window out for no reason.
Wow. Okay. And all those other situations, I changed my word. All the other situations, I doubt that the police did that and put that knee on that man back for 9 minutes until he died. I doubt that happened. I doubt it. You know, I doubt that.
I doubt why you. I don't know why you would. I know I wouldn't even say that because that don't make sense. If it's already
Exactly.
happening, you have the proof. You don't have to
Exactly.
believe it. You have the proof.
My point exactly. They did it. In this clip, now we're back to this clip. Exactly. You have the proof. They did it. Regardless of whatever the reason, were they right or were they wrong, they did it. Go ahead.
Well, I never said they didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. You said you doubt.
I don't think I don't think that was what we were talking about.
Okay. Well, what were you talking about? Because evidently we're talking about two different things.
I was actually just talking about the clip that you played.
Okay. We're not gonna agree, brother. We're not gonna agree. I can promise you that. We're not gonna agree. Let me go to our brother Pete. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Doing good this morning. How y'all doing, DKM Radio?
Doing good.
Morning Glow Show.
Pete,
talking about the young man in Jacksonville, Florida, with the police stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we don't know all the facts. We never really do until we delve deep into it and get clarity.
Mm-hmm.
But see, we want to have clarity.
Mhm.
First of all, you broke the man's window allegedly for non-compliance. Okay, in the video, he wasn't resisting; he was sitting still.
Exactly.
So what was the punch for?
Exactly.
Then the punch didn't result in nothing because he maintained the same disposition.
Yep.
Then you snatch him out the car, and the same coward, punk, sissified, and the boy punch him again.
Yes.
While they got his hands behind his back and they throwing him to the ground. Now that second punch
Mm-hmm.
is truly the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's truly the problem. Now, non-compliance, whatever, he wasn't resisting. He didn't swing on nobody or nothing. If he had a gun, he ain't pull it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was it pointed at you and we couldn't see it in the camera? I mean, what?
Well,
It's
Pete,
not making-
my
it's not
thing is
making sense.
this. They said to him, "Show me your hands," and he put both his hands up. He put both his hands. They're up. They're right here. Well, everything they told him to do, he did it.
The gang members call police, right?
Mhm.
And not all of them are bad, but the training that they give them is Gestapo Nazi training. The general public is the enemy, right? They have the image of authority. They do not have authority.
Mhm.
They have the image of authority.
Mhm.
And that's why they always result to brute force. Okay. Now, the problem with these traffic stops, the number one problem with all of these traffic stops is there has to be an injured party and a party of interest. Driving is not the same as conveying and operating in your private capacity on a public road in your private conveyance. It falls up under the right to travel in the Constitution, and you don't have to deal with none of that regulatory nonsense. That's not my opinion. That's their rules.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is driving is commerce.
Yes.
If you're being paid for operating a motor vehicle, then you are considered to be driving according to their law. Their statutory codified arbitrary maritime jurisdiction. That's what constitutes driving. A bus driver, a truck driver, a Uber driver, FedEx, UPS, driving and being paid in commerce. And it can be even interstate commerce. But when you're not being compensated and you're in your private capacity moving around in your own private conveyance, that's considered the right to travel.
Yes.
It's not necessarily governed by those rules. Everything they do is under presumption.
Mm-hmm.
Everything they do is under presumption. So you have to clarify their assumptions.
Mm-hmm.
They have presumptions. They're presuming, like to assuming that you are this, that you're doing this, that you're going to do this, that you are this. This is all a presumption until you give it clarity. Right? Now that's might be a little deep dive into the incident, but this is why we keep having these infractions, because we don't understand the arena of what they call law in this country. We have to be read. When you go into court and you call yourself pro se or sue jurist, they expect you to know the law. They don't even know the law, but they expect you to know the law. So we need to be reading everything related to law. You need to read the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, your state codified statutes and codes, which is policy, by the way, people. It's considered policy. Listen to them when they talk to you. They call it policy. Well, if it's policy, where is the law? What is considered law?
Yeah.
Well, you don't know the difference because we don't read. And we might not be reading because we don't know how to read or we don't know what to read. So they need to do better and we need to do better. I'm going to say this and I'm out the way. Every constitution says we the people. When it starts with we the people, is telling you that the people in every area under the we the people are the authority, are the masses, and they are considered sovereign in their capacity. You are the ones that orchestrate the direction of your local territory known as a state. It's up to you as the body of citizenry. They are not in the authority, none of them. The governor is the chief law enforcement official in the state, but he is elected. Maybe selected, but he's elected. And they sit under your authority. So it's your fault collectively that these hooligans and criminals and degenerates are doing this devilment that they're getting away with, because you're not putting your foot up there behind and making them accountable to what your will is as the we the people in the Constitution. Read it. It says we the people.
Good
that
deal.
means you collectively are in authority.
Good deal. Good deal. Rico, talk to me, brother.
Well, I say from the video that I saw, they were legit. Now, I ain't gonna say the reason why they pulled them over was legit, but you know, police have certain laws that they can take liberties to use or not. And one of those laws are that you have to have your headlights on at sunset or sunrise. They call it dawn, I think, or when it rains. And it had just finished raining and it was cloudy. So the cops say he pulled him over because his lights weren't on and that he didn't have his seatbelt on. Now, the guy's window didn't work, so he had to open the door. So now, white cop does what white cops do. How did you open your door? Oh, that authority. No respect, like you talking to another man. And then the guy's like, well, hey, you know, my window didn't work, but I opened the door to ask me why you pulled me over. So now it's animosity because, you know, the cop, you know, came at the guy questioning him like he was a child or something. And the guy, he questioning the cop. Who are you to question the cop? And so it goes from there. It escalates. The guy, he tried to tell the guy to get out the car. The guy slammed the door, locks the door, then he tell me he's under arrest. The guy keep on asking me, why you trying to pull me over? Now, that's true. They will pull you over for that. I got my first ticket in Jacksonville, Florida, for not having my lights on at sunrise. I couldn't believe it. I said, man, I said, but the sun is up. I said, you can see the sun right there. She said, yeah, but she said, but it's not completely daylight. She said, if you was to throw a football right now, you wouldn't be able to see it too good. Yeah, you're right. So I took the ticket and walked on with it, you know. But, man, let me tell you something, man. Jacksonville is one of those places that has turned into a police state. It's a prison industrial complex state. The black people down there, when it comes to movements and protesting and things like this happens all the time. I'm just surprised that it's actually coming out about Jacksonville now, man. This happens all the time down there. But the people are not involved. The lifestyle and culture that they embrace, they are more. When I was living down there, you know, they were mad because they weren't on the first 4 to 8. They took pride in having the highest murder rate in Florida. When I was in jail, you know, I actually saw firsthand how the police do it. I'm like, man, I said, these guys are gang. Guys coming in here beating up, and man, you telling me his leg wide open and they didn't even take him to the hospital, just let the dog eat on him. So they have a system down there where the judicial system continues to make money with a steady rotation of law and order. The white people, the cops, even the black cops, man, I'm gonna tell you something. The black male cops down there are the worst I ever seen in my life.
Wow.
They talk, all of them. I ain't gonna say all of them. Every last one of them I done ran across act like the guy on Boys in the Hood. He just don't say it out his mouth.
Yeah.
I ain't met a good one yet. The best cops down there I seen were women and a couple of white guys. They're about 50-50. But there's a culture down there, man. Well, it's like the cops overcompensate. And I don't know who created this culture. I don't know if the cops pushed the citizens into this or the citizens pushed the police department into this. But that police department is a gang down there. That judicial system is a gang. I mean, I thought I like to do it a year. I had to fire my public defender and represent myself. They were fixing to hang me out to dry twice.
And
I've never
to your
been
point,
to jail that many times in my life. So, you know,
and to your
this
point,
situation,
Rico,
man, is like, go ahead.
And to your point, Rico, I don't want to go past this, but you're talking about the black police officers. I saw in that clip there was a black officer, and I thought to myself, why are you trying to step in and intervene and let them know that this is not right? But you just explained it to me. because they have that culture down there.
Oh, they
Well,
the
there was.
worst.
Yeah.
They the worst. I mean, it's
Mhm.
like they're a gang. And they slammed that boy head down twice on the concrete.
Yeah.
You didn't see that on tape. Tipped
Mhm.
his tooth.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Busted his face. So it's like, it was very unnecessary. But man, that is the way they get down. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When I go down now, I drive 7 hours one way to go visit my son, and I turn around and I get back on that road because I don't know if I'm gonna have a problem with the police and wind up in jail for something I didn't do, or if I'm gonna run into some of them crazy people down there. It's hard to explain, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. That video, it pretty much sums up what it's like. That guy, he didn't really show you the example of the people that I'm talking about down there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's some monsters down there, man. So it's like it's fear on both sides.
Yeah. Wow.
But the thing is that there's a minimum of black people that go and address these situations. It's like it's always on to the next, on to the next. And it's sad because it really boils down to the fact that it's all escalated from him not complying. Cops getting mad because black men won't comply. You won't do what I told you to do, and you see this badge I got on, but I've seen 2 or 3 more videos where cops did that same thing with white guys. They asked for the supervisor. Not only did the cop not call the supervisor, but he tried to back down. Wait, calm down.
Yeah.
One video, the guy ended up beating the cop up on the side of the road. The cop tried his best to de-escalate, but he started it.
Yeah.
Because the man was standing on the side of the car. Why are you standing outside of your car? Why'd you pull me over? Call your supervisor. And from that point forward, it was like they were back and forth, just like you would normally see with a black man and a white man.
Yeah.
But with this one video, sooner or later, the white man got respect. He started talking like he was speaking to another human being. But he tried to still stand on why he pulled the guy over. And before you know it, that man beat the brakes off of him on the side of the road. He didn't call for backup or nothing.
Wow. Let me go.
They get an extra benefit of doubt, even when they don't comply. They get a benefit of doubt or a privilege or a pass.
Exactly. Let me go to Cassandra. Cassandra, what's on your heart? I know you've seen this video. I know you've seen this clip many times over. What's on your heart, sis? Talk to me.
Yeah, Raheem, this is not a good topic for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really can't right now. So, I'll just listen.
Okay.
For a minute. Yeah.
Got you. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
The other day, I was riding in this traffic circle, and there's a interest on that traffic circle from I-10. And there's a light between the 2 points. And as I crossed the first light, I have to admit, I was trying to make the next light. There was a problem. There was a police in the room. He didn't yield. She didn't yield. So I stopped because ahead of me, I saw another police officer had pulled somebody over. I thought this police was going to join them, so I'm gonna get out of the way. She rolled her window down, waved me out in front of her. I get in the other lane and go around her. She in my lane. I got the right of way. As soon as I pass her, she put her lights on. I'm telling myself, I'll be doggone. First ticket, I got 2 tickets for careless driving and one for seatbelt. Now, hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When you get pulled over, what's the first thing you got to get?
Your driver's license, your registration.
I'm just saying, why would I, when they pull up, why would I am I supposed to keep my seatbelt buckled till they ask me? Because I know what they want. They want my license and registration. They'll never catch me with that. Because I got that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have insurance too. Because I don't like their foolishness. I'm not going to argue with them. I'm not going to fuss and talk about why you. I'm not going to ask that question.
Yeah.
Give me my ticket. If I am speeding, I'm speeding because I'm trying to get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So give me that ticket.
Yeah.
I earned that one because I didn't see you coming.
Mm-hmm.
You heard what I said, right? I earned that one because I didn't see you coming.
Yes,
if
sir.
I saw you
Yes,
coming,
sir.
I would have slowed down.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
it.
Mm-hmm. I would have known better.
Now, am I incriminating myself? Sure. But my point is, they get out their cars with an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
You in a I don't know what she said. You in a something derby or something. I said, what? So she just your license and registration. She gets my license. I got my registration. She don't ain't no license and insurance. I'm giving her my. She walks off.
Mm.
And here's my point. There's this. We better be careful because all of them have a different agenda. Protect and serve. I don't care what it is. We're talking about good cop, bad cop. Get out of here with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's another agenda.
Yeah. Yeah.
This ISIS and this and that and the other. They looking for somebody, and they get out their car with an attitude.
Mm-hmm.
So the best thing we do is, I mean, watch yourself. Be careful. Don't try to fight it in the street.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you might wind up on the ground.
Sad truth. Sad truth. Absolutely. K with an E, talk to me, sis. Mute your line there, Tucson. Good deal. Appreciate you. K with an E, you there? K with an E, are you there? She can't find a mute button. She's going to jump in a minute because she found the mute button, and then she's going to start talking. Watch this, y'all. Let me go to Brandon. Brandon, talk to me. Badger, coming to you next.
Yeah, that I saw that video, and it was disturbing.
Yes.
You know, it was very disturbing. And I always, try to think of benefit of the doubt situations, but that whole scene was it wasn't even warranted to do, you know what I mean? Like to do all that, because it doesn't look like he was doing something. And even if he was speeding or something like that, like it didn't warrant all of that. And to hit that man in the face and stuff like that and pull him out the car and hit him some more. I think sometimes I'm glad that he did what he did, though. I'm glad that he recorded, because it could have been worse.
Exactly.
He probably, he could have not, they probably could have abused him even more. I think sometimes our law enforcement takes things way out of proportion sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I mean, it's even so much that they've made an app for it. I just saw it recently. They have it's called Live Lawyer. And it's like an app that you download on your phone. And if you feel like you're being violated at that moment, like you can record everything, and it's like a lawyer that's in real time helping like represent you during that time. And if someone had to be that mindful, you know what I'm saying, to create an app for the protection of people, that should let you know that it's an ongoing problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not something that to be ignored. It's something to teach your children, especially if they're young, driving around and things like that by themselves, how to handle those situations.
Wow. Badger talk. Exactly. They need to be trained. Better trained. Absolutely. Absolutely. Badger, talk to me.
Okay. I started to talk and I realized I was muted because of the phone call earlier. You know me. I'm going to dig into it. I actually found the entire body cam footage from multiple angles. First officer pulls up. As he's walking up to the vehicle, the guy swings the door open. Even to me, that's like, whoa, hold on. Then to find out that his window was broken.
Yes.
So the cop tells the individual, the guy, why he was being pulled over. Guy ignores it, says that he wasn't told what it was, and then the cop asks for his ID and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy, he's like, "Well, step out of the
Did he
vehicle."
hold on? Did he give him the ID?
No,
So he didn't give any ID.
no ID or anything.
Okay.
The cop asked him to step out.
Mm-hmm.
Guy says no. Police officer walks toward him. Guy slams the door, locks the door. So now he's in a vehicle with no working windows with some tent on it.
No. The passenger side was working because he was talking to the police officer from the passenger side window that he had already let down.
Right up until that point, I knew the driver's side window didn't. Later on, it shows where the driver's side window was correct.
Mm-hmm.
Police officers are talking back and forth to him the whole time, and just asking him for ID and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now he says it wasn't raining, but his vehicle was wet with rain.
Mm.
So, but to me, it did go farther than it should have.
Mm-hmm.
And it also later goes to show when they pulled him out of the car, the Kia or whatever it was. Yeah, it was a Kia. Puts him on the ground, ends up busting his chin. They call to make sure that he gets proper care.
Wouldn't have had to had they not forcibly slammed him on the ground like that. But go ahead.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the laws down there, but I do feel that it went farther than it should have. They also found marijuana in his pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then during the court, he was driving with a suspended license. No, I don't think the cop knew all of that at the time.
And that's what I was about to say. All this is after the fact.
Right.
All this is after the fact that you bust this man window. What and how do you explain the fact that even if all these things were the case, all those are found, like I said, after the fact. But why would you bust out his window, punch the man? How do you justify punching somebody?
I'm not justifying any of it.
I'm not talking about you, Badger. But how could you justify knocking out somebody's window, punching them in the face, slap, swinging their door open, taking off their seatbelt, taking them out the car, slamming them to the ground, causing all kind of body harm to him while you're doing all that? How could they justify that? Even if the man had marijuana in his pocket or not, how do you justify that? You didn't know that he had marijuana in his pocket until you took him through all these terrible transactions. You didn't know that, even if they say he did, but maybe he didn't even have that. But I'm not going to debate that fact one way or another. But you can't get to that point without going through all this stuff that they've done.
So all I'm sharing is what all the body cam shows.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The guy.
And I'm not
for backup and all that stuff. Oh no. I'm just. I don't know the laws down there. Don't know the situation. I don't agree with extra force or aggressive force unless it is actually required. Someone's got a gun and an actual gun and not. Anyway.
Every time I see them giving him a demand, show me your hands. He put his hands up. They're up. He said they're up. And then when they busted one out, he kept saying, "For what reason? Why are you for what reason? Why are you doing this?" You say that in the video they told him why they stopped him because of the headlights and different things like that. But I don't think headlights justify busting out somebody's window. Headlights not being on or seatbelt not being worn justifies the extent that they went to. I don't think it does.
I'm not going to agree or disagree.
Okay, that's fair.
He consistently didn't even show outside of showing his hands. No other compliance.
Wow.
He didn't show his ID as asked, his insurance, or any of that. Which his license was suspended.
So did it justify that type of aggression? Did
Exactly.
it justify that much aggression and that much rage? First off, and second of all, if that was the laws down now, would those laws be fair or just or make sense that the cops would just have the right to break your windows out and beat you up because you didn't comply? And does that happen all the time to everybody that doesn't comply?
And it does not. And it does not.
Raheem.
Yes.
Yeah, I just can't just listen to this because, as you know, and most of y'all know, I lost my nephew
Yes.
to police violence. He was schizophrenic. The body cam, they could not get around the body cam. You can say people were they wasn't complying. They do. The body cam will show you why for a traffic stop.
Exactly.
A traffic stop. You doing all of that extra crap for a traffic stop. You throwing people down on the ground. I don't care if he had a car wasn't license suspended, whatever. There's a ticket for that. But for you to aggressively busting out windows and throwing people down, one thing I'm grateful for is that body cam with my nephew at that jail in South Carolina spoke for itself. I've said it over and over again. Charleston had to pay my sister. My sister didn't even have to go to court. They looked at their own dang on tapes and said, "Oh, we want to give you this amount of money." So they do some crazy stuff. My nephew, his last words was, "I can't breathe." What the man? See, that's why I didn't want to talk. Because people be talking this crazy stuff about, well, they should have just, even if they didn't comply, was the violence necessary like that?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I get pissed at stuff like that. Was the violence needed at the rate that it was for something, a traffic stop about a doggone ticket? A light not being on. Come on, y'all. They do that crap to us all the time. And every time we say, well, you know what? He just went along with everything they said. Even if he went along with it. We've all seen it, where the person did everything they were supposed to do. And ended up dying. My nephew died for nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Exactly. And that's my point right there. Yes, sir.
Let's ask the question that if we were in those cops' shoes and we had that interaction with that young man, what type of discernment would we have taken? Or would we have been justified in doing what that? Would we have done what that cop did? If it's so hard for people to answer the question of whether this was a good move or not, how it looked, would you have done what that cop did after seeing all the research and videos you seen?
Wow.
Seen the same thing the cops seen. You don't got no answer to the question. Would you have done what they did? It's easy. I wouldn't have did nothing like what that man did.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Leonard, talk to me, brother. Leonard,
I'll talk to you particularly about what, because I'm an analytical type of person. So, I like to see from beginning to end and what you're going to do about it. You think I don't have the energy to get mad about everything.
If this was a case that you was representing, if this guy came to you for representation, would you represent him? Based on the video that you saw?
Yes.
Why?
Because I believe that from the little bit that I heard, there is a problem with escalation. Just from that little bit I heard.
Okay, now on whose part? For clarity, I know what you mean, but for clarity,
on the officer's part.
Okay.
But then again, some people believe that they have the right to do whatever they want to do. You can do that if you'd like. You don't even have to comply if you don't want to. You choose what you do. We instruct people on what to do. There are classes all around the United States, usually in a lot of areas, on what to do if stopped by police. You can go online and get the training. You can deliver the training in your churches, talk to your kids about it, or what have you. Matter of fact, you can go down to the police department and ask them, and they're supposed to be able to tell you. I don't go after people because they do things I don't like. I go after people because they do things that are against the law.
Did the police officers
that are
break
unjust.
the law? Did the police officers, in this instance, would you say the police officers broke the law or no?
I couldn't say. They probably didn't break the law.
Mm-hmm. Did they
They
go against any
probably
of his
did
rights?
not break the law.
Did they go against any of his rights?
I'm not sure because I would have to see the rest of the entire stop.
Mm-hmm.
However, it didn't happen the way you may believe or wanted it to happen. There are several issues to bust someone's window and drag them out of the car, subdue them, and cuff them, and take them down to that police station.
Mm.
Was that
and
this issue?
And that was the next question I was going to ask you, because in what I saw, and I could only base it, I can have to say I certainly was not there, but based on what I saw from that video, I don't think that it was to a point or to a level with them having to do that to him. Certainly not busting out his window, punching him. Yeah, what is it? This man is sitting in his car with a seatbelt on, with his hands up. How do you justify punching him in the face? You've already busted out his window. How do you
justifying punching him in the face? It's never about justifying punching him in the face.
Well, why would you?
Not the question. Is that excessive force? Is the question.
And I say yes. And I say yes.
You can say what.
Absolutely.
We all can say what we believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I could just jump to conclusion. And I could say that police is racist. He was looking for a Negro to kill that day, and he came close, and he was looking for the opportunity. I could go in there with that attitude.
Okay, and you can. But I never said all that. But you can. Like you said, you can. I never said all that. But what I said is he was wrong in what he did. And he was very wrong in punching that man, not only once, but twice. You punched the man twice. One time in the car, and one side outside of the car. With all these officers surrounding this man.
I believe it's a case of excessive force. If I was to assist the guy. But I don't just jump to conclusions about anything.
Okay. Brother Pete, talk to me, brother. Pete.
The young man was not in a combative disposition at the time they broke the window. Now, prior to that, it seems like the narrative, and it's seemingly that he was resisting their desires, their instructions, the way they wanted this stop to go, asking for a white shirt and other things, and not providing some documentation, allegedly, if I'm correct. So they were trying to force compliance. Well, do we force compliance by brutality and force?
No.
Or can we force compliance through reasoning? And this is where professionalism and training and, decency in within oneself would come into play. Now, again, upon him breaking of the window and throwing the punch, he position. He was in a neutral, looked like his hands were still.
Yep.
And he was sitting there just waiting for whatever they were going to do. So at that point, you broke the window, break it out, open the door, take the seatbelt out, and take it off, and then take him out the object, right? Okay. But then you throw the second punch. So the first punch is questionable. We can go back and forth. What was the reason for the second punch?
Exactly.
Upon them grabbing him,
yep,
corralling him, surrounding him, detaining him,
yep,
having his body in a contained position, handcuffs that looked like they was being applied, or he was at least hands behind his back, feet getting swept up, pushed down to the ground, and then you throw another punch.
Yep.
Now that's not forcing compliance. That's where you've left being a professional, and now you just turn into a hooligan.
Yep.
And this is where they have to learn how to. They have to have training and all of that. See, and the whole situation is involved because again, I'm not trying to go all outside, all over the place. Are you a law enforcement official or a revenue generating officer? I mean, what's your job? What really got you out here doing, right? And then state rules. The state can't be an injured party. That's state rules. So then, what's going on here? Did he violate the officer's rights? No. Listen, whenever you are stopped by these tend to be hooligans and criminals, always comply if you can, and it's not going to result in you getting injured or losing your life. Comply as much as you can. Live to fight another day, and you deal with it later. If, because it ain't always that way. Sometimes they terminate you on scene for nothing. So this is just, we understand that. But we definitely want us to understand, if you can, comply as much as possible, but maintain your safety. If we stay on here long enough, I will pull up the law that states that if you are threatened by a uniformed officer in the performance of their official duties in a marked car, and you are not in the commencement of a crime, and they are threatening your life, you are authorized by law. Case law has proven that you can defend yourself up to including killing them if necessary, and you have yet to commit a crime. Now, I pray it don't go to that.
Yeah.
But that's the law. That's the law. So what we want to understand is the whole system has some issues. You cannot force compliance when it's not necessary. He wasn't in the car. He was calm. He had his hands, it looked like in a neutral position, in a still position.
Exactly.
What was all the extra force for? What was all that? Why was that? So the way they act, you give many of the general public the consensus that they need to wear bulletproof vests, level 5 bulletproof vests that stop pretty much anything other than a machine gun, a 7.62 round or something, and up to your collar cover, your sleeves down to your private parts, right? And you need to have a machine gun in your car. And when one of these folks pull you over, you might as well just get out and kill them first before they kill you. Now, is this the narrative that y'all want to create? Because this is ridiculous. I mean, Marvin Gaye sang the song. It's been over 40 years. Did he make it yesterday? This is ridiculous. If you're not a professional, get out of the profession. Stop tolerating this nonsense. If you go up to a judge or a prosecutor and slap them, believe me, you're going to be in prison for 2 to 5 years. And you're going to be convicted of a felony. They're not going to tell you, oh, he got a mental problem, he emotional, he on Prozac. They don't hear none of that. You just slap the judge, you just slap the prosecutor, we locking you up. Come on now.
Just
so what's
like
good
that.
for the goose is better for the gander.
Exactly. It's better for the gander. Exactly. K with the E, are you there?
I'm here.
Talk to me, sis.
I agree with everything that brother just said. Everything, and I think that, like he said, it's a law, and we have a thing up here. We tell our people, if you get pulled over, ask for your attorney, ask for a captain. They'll tell you to get off your phone and everything, but you have a right to have somebody that can be sitting on your phone listening. My son get pulled over, and he immediately called me. They be like, well, get off the phone. They get on the phone and talk to me. Well, man, we're not going to do anything to him. We're just going to run his name through him. And he can call you back in a minute. Just let us get this stuff taken care of. And I said, thank you. And they'll get on the phone and talk to me. I tell my kids, don't get pulled over. Don't be smart aleck, because that's all they looking for, one little smart aleck. And it ain't no different from the street. You get smart with somebody, you don't know what they might do to you. So all them cops ain't out there. So, you can get smart with them. You can look at them the wrong way, comply as much as possible, and let the people deal with it later. If they do anything to you, okay, just don't resist. Don't fight. Go ahead. Take the punch. You can sue them later. Don't say nothing to them. You can say, yeah, you punching me now, but you gonna this, you gonna that, they're gonna punch you again. Just take the punch. Don't even give them a reason to keep hitting you or anything. And so far, it's been really awesome up here. We have a young man suing him right now for pulling him out the car, slamming him down. He sued him. He ain't got nothing to worry about. Nothing. He sued him. He's suing him. The other man won his lawsuit. The young lady won her lawsuit for rough handling her. Just won it. The parents, they child ain't here no more, but they won their lawsuit. Like, they winning their lawsuits left and right. So eventually, these policemen are going to stop, because if you start suing them, they're going to stop. They do not like paying that money out. Y'all better get y'all act together. We're going to get rid of y'all. Y'all costing the department money doing this foolishness. So far, so good. Kansas City, Missouri, they have cracked down on police brutality because they being sued up here. It's a clipping with a quad. They pulled him out the car, roughed him up. He kept telling them he couldn't get out the car. I can't get out the car. Door opened, everything. He did everything. He couldn't get out the car. They pulled him out the car. He's suing them. Got to sue them. That's the only thing gonna stop them. Sue them. We won't have so much. We won't have so much police killing, because it's been slacked up here, literally.
Sue them.
I thank God for the protection, and I thank God for the community coming together and enforcing that. do what you're supposed to do, you could sue later.
Mm-hmm.
And when they put that into them young people's heads, we can sue them. They do what they're supposed to do, and they suing the brakes off the police department in Kansas City.
Sue the city, state, and the police officer, and you want his pension.
Hey, Raheem.
You want his pension. You want all that money that you've been working for the last 20, 30 years, whatever it is you've been on. I want that. You don't deserve that. Go ahead, Badger.
Yep, they sue.
Florida Statute 322.15.
Mm-hmm.
Every licensee shall have his or her driver's license must be fully legible with no portion of such license is faded, altered, mutilated, or defaced in his or her immediate possession at all times when operating a motor vehicle and shall present or submit the same upon the demand of a law enforcement officer or an authorized representative of the department.
Okay.
It is.
Okay, I understand, and that part.
So,
is fine.
however,
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with the guy punching him.
Yeah, that's my point.
Some of it was excessive.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, absolutely. And see, what you read is good. What you read is good and factual. But my thing is, what does that have to do with the fact of him punching the man, opening up the doors, beating up his car?
There's excessive force, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So one thing is one thing, and another is another. Yeah, go ahead.
But it's one of the things. It's one of the things I have learned from some of the people that like Leonard and some of the folks down here in Texas and things like that, of the importance of making sure you know your local laws to do one's best to not provoke a situation in that nature. If it's Florida law and Florida law states that you are to show your ID and you are refusing to do so, it can lead to an arrest.
Arrest him. But don't do all that other stuff. Arrest him. Him. Fine. That would have ended all
that. So to me, and then it was found out later because he didn't present his ID that he was driving while suspended.
Okay.
So but punching him and stuff, no. But it's the how long or what here's my question, because I'm very curious about this. If that person never got out that vehicle, never showed the ID, supervisor shows up, another person shows up, what are they supposed to do? What would be y'all's
I don't know.
corrective measure in that situation?
He was asking for a supervisor and he had the right to do so. That anything else is woulda, coulda, shoulda. We can't say that because I don't have that crystal ball before me where I can summon it to tell me or show me the future of what would have happened. But my thing is this right here. I know what did happen, and what did happen, they assaulted that man. And they should not have done so.
Leonard, I hope you know what I was trying to ask.
I understand exactly what you was asking. I understand what you was asking, but I don't understand how that goes with or against what it goes against what we're talking about. But my thing, yes, Cassandra, talk to me.
I don't know how many people on here have been stopped, and it was wrong, and it didn't go right, or you've had loved ones killed by the police. Listen, until y'all have experienced that, until your rights have been violated, I don't think you're gonna get it. I don't think you're gonna get it, because listen, two wrongs don't make a right. So even if the man was wrong, them doing what they did to him, there is no justification for that. They're supposed to protect and serve. How is it? And this is my thing too. Why is the divide so big between how the hell they treat black people and how they treat white people? I'm sorry. Why is there such a wide divide in how they treat white people and how they treat black people? It's always been that way, and it's still that way right now. So they don't. I see them arrest white boys. Them white boys be fighting them tooth and nail, and they're able to subdue them, get them in the car, and take them to jail. Why is it so many black people are killed in the same scenario where they weren't even fighting, and they end up dead.
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all think it's okay. You know, hey, it happens. He should have applied. He should have complied more. But two wrongs don't make a right. And if it's your son, if it's your wife, if it's your daughter, how would you feel?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I want to give clarity on something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I get pulled over, I have every expectation to have a gun drawn on me and told to exit the vehicle
Mm-hmm.
because of what's on my records.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever feel safe being pulled over by a police officer.
Okay.
So I do speak from an experience.
Okay.
But it's something that I've learned is having to look at the big giant picture when I used to have a real bad bias and absolutely terrified of having a cop pull me over.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing if that is
But
going to
see-
be my last day. So I may not be black,
Mm-hmm.
but I know what it is to have a record and how cops view me when they pull me over.
Mm-hmm.
I am a threat to them. And that is exactly what's on my record.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Okay.
fun experience. So no, I don't deal with the racist side of things, but I do deal with the mental health and having my hands registered.
Mm-hmm. But see, the thing about it is this right here, and somebody has said that people should got to learn the law and stuff like this, and that's true. You should know the law. It's very important that you know, and it is imperative that you know the law. But the people that took an oath to serve and to protect and serve, they should know the law too, and they should know
Right.
that what they did was against the law. They should know that, and so yes, it's important to know the law, but they got to know it too. They got to know that this is not right.
I agree, and they need to be held
hold on, Badger.
accountable
And if
for
hold on,
unreasonable.
Badger, hold on, Badger. And if the weight of the job that they're doing, if the weight of the job that they're doing becomes too much for them, then maybe it's time to find something else to do. Maybe it's time for you to find something else to do. If the weight of the job becomes too much, too unbearable,
They're
that
running
you're
late.
making decisions like this, then maybe you need to find another profession because this is not the one for you. At this point and stage in your life, this is not the one for you. Because people's lives can be and have been lost because of this, because of situations like this. And so that's my point right there. If it's too much, get out. Get out. Find something else to do. Brandy, talk to me. Rico, coming to you next, brother. Tucson.
I totally agree. Just with everything that's being said, like I said, it's like I said, it's a police's job to de-escalate situations, not increase the violence. You know what I'm saying? And using excessive force in any type of situation is just not a good. It's just not a good thing. And I see what I see a lot is going on with people lately is a lot of assumption, and the assumption that maybe somebody's moving sideways, maybe somebody's doing that, and acting on the assumption instead of actually figuring out or finding out what's going on. And it's dangerous to move on assumption. What they say, you make an ass out of you and me, you know what I'm saying, assuming, you know what I mean? So it is, and I'm literally watching it in all types of situations, not just even this police situation. I mean, it's just, when it comes down to it, it is police are here to protect and serve and not to move on assumption. I know they're trained to see what looks like a threat and that didn't look like a threat to me. Not for all of that. It didn't take all of that, and it wasn't even more, it wasn't even just one officer. It was, it's more than one. It didn't take all of that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Rico, talk to me, brother. Rico, you there?
Yeah, I had to get off mute, man. The question was asked, what are you supposed to do? What was he supposed to do?
Yes.
And it's called respectful communication. Mind you, remember, I used to live down there. And I met some good cops. I had to come back and tell them, hey, man, I'm going to call and give you a praise report. They didn't understand why I felt so good. It was because they actually were respectful.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like a tone or a mode you can use. I can show you video after video of where cops pulled over a white man or went over to the local white town drunk and he talked about the mothers and this and that, and they just laugh it off. Why are you talking to me like that now, John? Then they get to spitting on them. Then that's when all of a sudden they want to get tough.
Mm-hmm.
But as
Yeah.
soon as they pull over the 70-year-old black woman, I smell marijuana. Talking all tough, talking all something. You suspicious. I smell it. Lying. I could have swore I smelled something.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, black people right now are being exonerated from prisons at a high, they're breaking records every year.
Mm-hmm.
Wrongful conviction.
Yeah.
Dirty cops, dirty judicial system.
Mm-hmm.
Philando Castile, he complied.
Exactly.
Man, I complied so much, I complied so much, I called the police and they put me in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Locked up for 3 months. Wait a minute, I called y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the victim.
Exactly.
That man cussed me out like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it's like, respectful communication and tone goes a long way. You talk to a man like a human. Talk to a person like a human being. Don't talk at them.
Yep.
Yeah, you might have that badge on, but see, when you have this law that says when you refuse to disobey a command, you have a right to be arrested. We have the right to arrest you. Oh, I didn't do what you told me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you tell me to get down on my knees and suck your toe, I won't do it. I mean, see, it's limits to what he's supposed to be asking you to do in the way that they ask you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to get aggression if you give aggression, but now this is the bad part about it. When we start talking about knowing the laws, listen, these people are suing, they're winning. They ain't winning because the cops did right.
Exactly.
They ain't winning because these cops did wrong. Oh, some bad cops out here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Exactly.
We see it on video, we see it in lawsuits, but this is the other side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can show you videos where a white guy was pulled over. No, he wasn't pulled over. They got him after they realized that he had abandoned a car that had an AK-47 on it, loaded.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a felon.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But they patted him down and he volunteered to snitch and tell on some drug dealers and some gun runners.
Mm-hmm.
So he a good guy. He volunteered to help out the good guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take him down here and interrogate him. They put him in the interrogation room. He had a pistol and a knife in his waistband, and he killed one of them.
Mm.
Trusted him. But Philando Castile complied.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, in a black man situation where I love what Pete said, but when you start seeing that it's free reign on black people, and these black people do have that aggression to want to retaliate, because I feel like that's what it's going to go to, man. Cops is going to start having targets on their head.
Mm-hmm.
But right about now, black people are so afraid, they only feel like the easiest target is somebody that look like them.
Exactly. Exactly.
They don't have that same energy for these cops.
No. History has proven. History has proven. Let me go to Tucson. We got to get out of here. I have an appointment today, y'all. So we got to get out of here right around the top of the hour. So I got to get ready to get on out of here. But Tucson, what's on your heart, brother? What are you hearing? Talk to me, brother.
It's the top of the hour. No, I mean, now don't forget that there's these people that are running around here with full armor on that are trying to capture people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
For whatever reason. They some are under the assumption that they are illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
They have changed their tactics, and they're out there,
mm-hmm.
and they have an agenda and an attitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some of them had the agenda and an attitude even before that. They get into police departments
mm-hmm.
so they can do something to people because they got a badge to do it.
Yep.
I do not. Sometimes I know when to shut my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Time they start an attitude, I give them whatever they want, so I can go on about my business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I saying that's gonna cause you to get away with not being beat to death? No, because some of them get out the car ready to beat you to death.
Exactly.
But it does not. If I get out, I know we gotta go. I'm sorry, right here. If I have a bag of weed, which I don't, drinking alcohol in the car while driving, If they pull me over with that in my car, that doesn't give them the right to beat me half to death.
No, no,
It just don't.
no, not at all.
Just arrest me.
Mm-hmm.
Take me in and let me spend my time.
Yep. Exactly. Hey,
You can't do the law. You can't be judge and jury on the street.
Hey, Leonard. He don't have a bag of weed with him this day, but there would there
I'm
have
just
been a
saying.
day.
Look, I'm just gonna tell you, if
Yeah.
you pull me over, okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've been pulled over with about a pound. It
Good
ain't.
Lord.
I mean, you handle how you want to handle. I
What you
love
tell
the way
Leonard?
Pete.
What you tell Leonard?
I
I'll
love
split
the
it
way
with you.
Pete.
I'll split it with you. I'll split it with you.
I love the way Pete spoke on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying something. This is not about everything else. It's about specifically what is happening and how to change it. Man, I love Miss Kate, because we know about all the work done out there in St. Louis and in that area, and what that area is committed to do, especially based on the history of what went down out there and all these protests and things of that nature. I don't care what y'all think. Y'all better learn what to do. Because all this thinking you in the right all the time is going to get your head split open.
But see, my whole thing is this. I understand you all said that he didn't comply in regards to giving his driver's license, proof of insurance, and all this. I understand that, but outside of that, this man, every other order they gave him, he complied. He lifted up his hand, show me your hands,
And that's
did
the
it
thing
twice.
about it.
So
That's
what-
how
what-
some
what
people
is it for?
think. That's how some people think and they feel.
Mm-hmm. I sure think that way. Because
Right.
if you ask me to show me your, if you ask me to show me your hand,
You
and I
think
comply,
that
show you
it's
my
a
hand.
situation where you are in control.
No.
You believe that.
No. That's not what I said. That is not what I said. I said
Well, we try
compliant
to
to what
train
you-
people. Well, we try to train people. There's a certain way when you get pulled over. You follow this every time you get pulled over.
comply to what they say,
Why?
correct?
Because at the end of it, here's your facts and evidence on why you did what you did.
Okay.
But if you
Well,
kept
listen.
running your mouth and you kept doing, you know how you resist, Pete, well, man, that law, people need to understand the law.
He didn't do any of that.
If you're
He
going to
didn't- he
be
didn't
in
keep running his mouth.
charge, be prepared to be in charge.
Len, I heard what you're saying, but I didn't see that. But we got to get out of here, man. Hold on. We'll continue.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah, I got
continue
one
this
question,
conversation.
Raheem.
Real
One
quick.
question, Raheem.
Real quick. I got to go. Go ahead.
If we get pulled over, would it be wise for us to tell them or ask them if they knew Spanky Johnson?
Wow. We're going to continue this conversation tomorrow. Everybody that's listening, no, we're going to continue this conversation tomorrow at the beginning of the broadcast. We're going to continue it for the first probably about 20, 30 minutes. We'll continue this conversation. Then we'll move on to our topic for tomorrow. But we will continue this conversation tomorrow. But as of right now, got to get out of here. Cassandra Alexander Green, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Cassandra, somebody joined this broadcast late today. 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, even 9:30. And they say, man, I wish there was a way I could hear this broadcast and hear it in its entirety. Cassandra, can you help them out?
We definitely can help them out. If you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into dkmmediagroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, if you've missed any part of the show and would like to see or hear it in its entirety, tune into dkmmediagroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And please accept my apologies, but this that's why I shouldn't have said anything.
No,
Because
you
this
said
subject is,
no, you're
yeah,
good.
No, but no, I shouldn't have, because I know that my emotions are still very raw when it comes to my nephew's death. So,
Yes.
I probably just shouldn't have not talked at all.
No.
But,
You fine.
my
No,
apologies.
you did nothing wrong, sis.
My
You
apologies.
did nothing wrong.
Nothing.
I accept your apology, but you did nothing wrong. Y'all ready for the pledge? Cassandra, I need you to say the pledge with us this morning, though. K with an E, Toussaint. Anybody else? Brandy, I need you to say the pledge with us this morning. Anybody else that want to say it? Here we go. Please repeat after me. I will take this day
I will take this day
Take this day
and be the best that I can be.
and be the best that I can
and
be.
be the best that I can be.
Do the best that I can
Do the best that I
Do
can.
the best that I can.
and help as many people as I can to do the same thing.
and help as
And
many
help
people
as
as I
many
can
people as I can
do the same thing.
do the same thing.
I promise to do it with love,
I promise to do it with love,
y'all didn't say that part too much. Okay. Compassion
compassion,
and the grace of God,
and the
And the
grace of
grace
God,
of God.
giving him all the honor,
giving him all
Giving
the
him
honor,
all the honor,
all the praise,
all the praise,
and all of the glory.
and
and all of the glory.
In the name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
in the
In
name
the
of my Lord and
name
Savior,
of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Amen, amen, and amen.
Amen.
Toussaint, I want you to pray us out today, brother. And if you don't mind, Cassandra, Cassandra, can I say something?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Cassandra is having her surgery tomorrow, so please pray for her as well. Toussaint, can you pray us out, brother?
So God, our Father, we come now. We thank you. We give you praise, honor, and glory. We're so grateful for life, for health, for strength, for you being our creator, our maker, the one that guides us. We lean and depend on you. And that's why we come now. Ask God that you would forgive us and wash us and make us good. You're the only one that can do it. We praise you for your power. Now, God, as we come, we ask that you would bless Cassandra as she goes. And you're the healer. You're the one that can deliver and set free. Wave your hand over the situation. Have your way. Know that there's a bomb in Gilead. There's a physician in the house. And in the name of Jesus, we pray. Ask that you would guide
Yeah, that's fine.
the Christians, instruments that they'll use. Well, let it all be for your glory. I know you can do it. Stop our unbelief. Praise you on the day, God. We ask that you would enable us to just live better lives, pleasing in your sight. And for that, God, I know you're able. We give you glory, we give you honor, and we give you praise.
Amen. 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 Cassandra.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Cassandra, anything on your heart right now you want to say before we get out of here?
No, just thank you for the prayers. I'm just glad to be getting this over with. That's all I can say. Yeah, I'm just glad to be getting it over with. So thank you, and I love you guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you letting me be who I am and with my ranting and raving at times.
Exactly. And that's and if you try to be anything else, we're gonna get on you. We're gonna get on you now. We ain't having that. You try to be anything else, we're gonna get on. I'm gonna let you know now. No, don't go change. You don't have permission to change. You don't have no permission to change. You don't have that permission. But I want to thank everybody because I got to get out of here as well. I want to thank everybody for joining us. More than that, I want to thank you for allowing DK and Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It is now 10:13. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we are certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is really simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug. Because you never know, it could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be there last. Love you, and ain't nothing you could do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. We shine some light on you from the morning glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that you live in, and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great day. Take care of each other. And please, please, please be blessed. Give somebody some love and truth. They will appreciate it. And I'm sure that you will as well. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow morning, if God says the same. Have a great day, y'all. Love ya.
Welcome to the stage where hearts unfold in the morning glow. Stories untold. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting in every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently salt. Let's paint with words a masterpiece of art where dialogues bloom, igniting every heart. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. A symphony of voices, harmonizing the air, echoing truth, banishing despair. Let's sow seeds of unity, watch them grow in this garden of hope under the morning glow. Let's bridge the gaps, erase the line, in the tapestry of hearts let love shine. With every word, a step we take towards a brighter dawn for all our sake. Welcome to the morning glow, where dreams take flight in this realm of possibilities. Let's unite, together we stand, hand in hand, healing the nation across the land. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's dive into the ocean of thoughts where waves of healing gently sought. Together we'll mend, stitch by stitch, in the morning glow. Let's make the switch. Let's symphony of voices.